Ready, go.
Hold on, he's not ready.
Is this? Are we recording on?
It's the middle camera.
That's been recording the whole time.
Okay. What am I saying? Yo, what's going on? This is Ty Hudson with Tusk Talk with Ty, and you're watching the Don't. We should have done this before I started drinking.
Sorry, man.
Yo, this is Ty Hudson with Tusk Talk with Ty, and you're watching the Don't Read the Comments podcast.
Yes!
Oh,
Okay, I'm rolling, I'm riding, rolling, I'm flexing while driving, rolling, you know when I come through, rolling, there best be no problem, rolling,
We gotta introduce this the correct way.
Okay.
My guy's got a thing, right? You gotta count us down, bro.
Oh, yeah. That's good. That's
okay.
going the right way.
I didn't know what you were
right.
talking about at first. Okay, yeah. Are you ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, yo!
That's my favorite part.
Perfect.
Every time. So this is my guy Ty. He's the host of the Tusk Talk with Ty podcast. Every time I watch it, that's like the thing I go to. That's like your signature move, dog.
Yeah.
You know?
I've done it for a while, and it's become a thing. Like where every time, like even before I'm live, when it's got the Patreon screen that's scrolling through all the names, and it's got the direct service overhead ad is playing. I'll have people in live chat. They're doing the 3, 2, 1 countdown in live chat, and I'm like, oh, all right. Well, I guess this is something. So I just kept running with it.
Right.
So
That's awesome, man.
Hey, once you got something like that, I mean, you know somebody's paying attention at least.
yeah, and I'll get people too that'll DM me. I had someone a while back. I just got a 3 in my DM, and I was like, what the hell? And, and then like a minute later, it was like 2. And then, you know,
Get started, bro.
Yeah, I was like, what is this? Am I being punked? Or what? I don't understand what's happening. And then he was like, oh, hey, yeah, I wanted to know. Who's the next 5-star that we're going to get signed? All that just to ask me a recruiting question.
You're right. Nice. He's like, let me introduce myself, but I'm going to count myself down first real quick.
I guess so. I guess that's how they think I communicate, maybe.
Yeah.
That's your Rush Limbaugh, where everybody would get on Rush and they would be like, first time caller, or no, dittos. They'd be like, dittos, Rush.
Ditto heads, yeah.
Yeah. So that's you.
Talking
Every
about
time
the
your kids are in
feminazis.
trouble, you're like, 3, 2, 1, yo!
My kids, certainly, yeah, they know the countdown. They know it. I'll tell them, you're going to get a 3, 2, 1 and timeout.
So we're gonna attempt to get this guy drunk today. We're gonna see. I gotta get Ty out of his shell, man. He's a pro on YouTube, and we're not. We're
I don't know about that.
irresponsible adults sometimes.
All right, so we're going to do this dough ball shot to start the show.
Okay.
Cookie dough whiskey. It is our favorite ever.
It is our favorite. He's never had it, so let's get a reaction right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Smell it first.
Yeah, you smell it.
Smell it.
It has a good, I like that.
It's nice.
You can smell it. It's pretty good.
You have to seem professional. It's like
Yeah. Are you going to do the
nose. On the nose, I've got the
Yeah.
I've got the cinnamon and a little bit of cookie dough.
Yeah.
Some chocolate and vanilla.
I'm going with him.
There's the notes.
Here we go.
Smell the notes.
You didn't even tap the table.
Didn't
Shame on you.
cut off.
Damn, that's good.
Dude, so good.
It's the best.
Like you don't
It's like my favorite.
the alcohol comes later. Like
yeah,
cookie
the
bowl-
burn at the end.
Yeah. That's not bad.
They deliver a cookie down your throat, and then they're like, "Yeah, get fucked up." Like,
Guess what? In December, we have a birthday cake flavored dough ball coming.
Oh, yeah?
And it's the most bizarre, cool thing because on the front end, when you drink it, you get yellow cake. And on the back end, you get icing.
Yeah.
And you get them separately. Like
I'm actually
eating
pumped to
cake.
try that one.
That sounds really good.
We literally say you can have your cake and drink it too.
And drink
Fair
it
enough.
too.
That's a great tagline.
Right?
It's a great tagline.
That's marketing right there. That's some good marketing.
So
I will certainly do another one of those.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna do
slide it through.
Yeah, slide them over here. I'll pass them out every couple of minutes.
I got a few things.
Sure.
How long have you had your show, and how long have you been doing like YouTube, and what made you go like, I fucking want to do this? You know?
Okay. So you want me to start from where I like got the
Yes.
kind of how like
Yeah.
I realized I needed to be doing something with my voice. Taco Bell drive-through, 1999.
No shit.
I'm not
That's
kidding.
awesome.
We used to
Did
do.
Tim write you a hot check by chance?
That was Burger King.
I didn't want to say anything, but you look kind of familiar.
Yeah.
I think, I think we had your picture on the wall.
Yeah.
That's very possible.
Taco Bandit. My bad.
I used to refer to myself as a taco flipper, which now might not be PC.
Mother
apparently.
flipping tacos.
Someone told me that it might actually be culturally insensitive to say that. Oh.
Really?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
It's fucking tacos.
It's tacos.
Everyone loves tacos.
You don't have to be a specific, race to work with tacos.
I like spaghetti. I'm not Italian.
So, yeah, 1999, I started the front lobby on. It used to be 6th Street in Fayetteville. Now it's MLK. And ironically, that old Taco Bell building actually burned down a few years after I quit. Is
that irony?
It might be.
Are you pulling an OJ right now? This is if I did it.
If I did it. Yeah, here's my memoir. But I eventually was able to do what we call back bubble, which is drive-through. And I would get bored, so I would start doing voices. And there's this guy that I worked with. We called him, I don't want to say his name on air. I'm actually I think I'm Facebook friends with him.
I do that a lot. I'm Facebook friends with that guy. I gotta watch what I say.
I better watch what I say. He was a cool guy, but he was creepy. He was a really weird kind of older gentleman. And he had this lisp. And he was married and had kids. He was a good dude. But he had this weird southern, not Cajun, but like southern. Oh, how y'all doing? Welcome to Taco Bell.
Get you more some popsicles.
Would you like? We've got these things called chalupas. They're just so fantastic.
Oh my God! I think I bought something from him one time for real.
Really?
Yeah. Well, you would know him. You would know him, and I'm pretty sure the guy's still alive, and he's on Facebook because I got a Facebook friends invite from him like 10 years ago. But yeah, I started just making up voices and drive-through until one day someone came through and they're like, "Why aren't you on radio?" And that's when I knew, like, oh man, maybe I should look into that. And of course, at that age, you're chasing girls, you're playing football, you're distracted. I never pursued it. And then a little while later, I got a long time later, 2009, I was working for Sam's Club in the marketing department. And I got to go on air. I got to go on 104.9 The X.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
I did a spot with, I forgot the guy's name. He's still there. Brandon? Is that his name? On 104.9? Anyways, I did like a little 5-minute.
Oh, you're talking about he's like a radio host?
He's a radio host, yeah. I think his name's Brandon.
I suck ass to listen to radio.
Well, nowadays nobody does. Podcasts rule the world. But yeah, so I did that, and it just kind of reassured me. And I talked with the station owner, Steve Butler, that he told me, like, you need to be in this line of work. And so that kind of eventually led up to me leaving Sam's and going on my own. I drove Uber for a couple of years. And I was a substitute teacher in Springdale, but I did that all so I could have to do YouTube.
Right. Yeah.
And I started Tyzilla 83 YouTube channel. Please don't go find those old videos.
Now I want to.
The intro is pretty badass. Me and a friend who actually goes by the name Big Fry, who has a huge YouTube channel now, he actually helped me set up my intro, and it's really cool. It's got like this theme music, and it's pretty neat. But
is it like Mr. Beast old videos bad?
It's pretty bad. Like, there's one of me in my living room, and I put my 2 dinner tables in front of me with my keyboard. And I would have my phone here for notes, and I'd be like, talking about whatever, gaming or razorbacks or whatever I thought was cool to talk about. It went nowhere. I don't think it ever went past, 1,000 subs maybe.
Nice.
And I gave up on it. But I realized, no, I need to be talking razorbacks.
Yeah, that's fair. So it's kind of like the thing about the most famous guy in our entire state is Pitt, most likely. Everybody's like, "Hey, fat guy." I'm like, motherfucker's the most famous dude here. Like, being fat's actually all right. The most famous guy in our state's fat.
Yeah,
That's fair.
yeah. Well,
With all due respect.
I'm glad I made the shift and I started that channel. Technically, I started Pig Trail Network in 2016, maybe 17, 16. I don't know.
What a great name.
I didn't do anything with it. It sat there. Maybe I'd upload an occasional video here and there. And then when I decided I'm going to start doing more, the channel, Razorback fans, it did pretty well,
Razorback fans are fucking nuts anyway. You know.
Fan is short for fanatic, man. I mean,
Fair point.
I've been threatened. I've been told that I'm going to see you at the Alabama game, and I'm gonna whoop your ass. Okay. Me and my friends are, I made a Biden joke on Twitter.
Oh no.
You remember when they were in Europe and they played on the court with all the lines?
Yeah.
I made a reference to, well, that's more lines on a floor than Hunter Biden had ever seen in his life.
We talked about that last week. We were talking about Sleepy Joe, and then we're like, but Tim was like, he's so fired up on his speeches, and he's like,
You ever watch the guy give a speech? He's like, we're gonna tell them America Republican, and then you watch him like not giving a speech, and he's falling asleep for real, and somene's guiding him around.
Yeah.
Like, where does that come from?
craziest thing about that guy
Hunter must be giving bro some blow.
Yeah. Well, they're doing something, giving him shots of morphine, or maybe he's getting on his son's powder. I don't know.
Well, you know his go-to move.
That's true. He's sniffing.
The
kids'
man's
hair.
but practicing for this his whole life.
Listen,
Hey, there's a little kid.
I try not to let my politics slip, but making fun of the Bidens is hilarious.
I think
it's
everyone,
a lot of fun.
it's equal opportunity. Everybody, Democrats, Republicans, all roast this guy.
I think they do. Yeah, nobody seems to like him. 2024 is going to be wild.
Man,
It's going to be wild. So if you're a fan of that kind of content, you're in for a doozy. I think in the next 10 months or so, it's going to be kind of wild.
yeah, Timmy lives on the Politic Radio, don't you?
I have a couple of politics podcasts I listen to.
Yeah.
I don't like to talk about it either. And to be perfectly honest, I'm more than happy to roast Trump anytime you want to.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
100%.
more than happy to roast Biden anytime you want to.
You're right.
It's like Travis said, equal opportunity. It just so happens that Biden conversation happened because I'm not kidding. You watch him in a speech and you're like, this guy's actually got some fire. And then you watch him not in a speech and you're like, do they have a body double or something? What the fuck is going on with this guy right now?
Some people were saying he was a clone or some shit for a while.
I've not heard that one.
They were talking about the marks on his neck, right?
Yeah.
Like there's like this stretch, but I'm like, man, he's like 100 years old. Like that's just what happens, man. You get lines on your face and on your neck, and you sag, and all of a sudden you're a dude with your breasts are sagging when you're like 65 or 40 in my case. So I mean, like. I don't. Yeah, I think people just get a little stirred up. But
Wouldn't you want to clone like a physically fit man? You know what I mean?
yeah.
But honest to God, all the conversation now is about aliens. Like Congress is all about aliens. Everybody's all about aliens. Okay, what's your take?
They reported that shit was real the other day.
They keep reporting that shit is real.
and everybody's just like, don't worry about it.
Since the 40s, we've had actual.
What's Kim Kardashian up to?
Yeah, it all seems like one giant distraction, doesn't it?
It does.
It's strange, man. It's
Pass these down, bro.
weird.
Oh, yeah.
My bad.
Take one, pass it on. You remember that shit?
It is kind of weird because, in Rogan, and I know you guys listen to Joe or you listen to
Oh,
some-
yeah.
I'm a big fan of Joe Rogan, and he's talked about it like, why is this not discussed more? Like, why aren't people freaking out more about this? Like, I
People
don't
are stupid.
understand.
Yeah.
You know?
Programmed, man. I'm telling you, who needs a re-education camp when you have the world that we live in now?
Yeah.
It's just one giant re-education.
This one's
camp.
going to taste a little different.
Okay.
It's more of a
Snickerdoodle.
cinnamon toast. Snickerdoodle. There you go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, rum chowder.
All right.
We added the good shit. That's my favorite shot. Snickerdoodle fucking nails it.
That's pretty good.
We've always called these cinnamon toast crunch, but it's actually technically that shot's made with
Fireball.
Fireball.
That's pretty good.
Snickerdoodle's a way better name.
Yeah, it is. It's my favorite cookie too.
That shit will have you taking your pants off, running down Emma Street, like not giving a fuck.
I've come close to doing that. My wife loves to tell a story about we were at a friend's party. I don't know if it was a kegger or what. This was obviously before we had kids. Come on, I mean I'm somewhat responsible. But I was in the front yard. I'm hammered drunk. And I don't know if she's...
I love the way this story is starting. I was in the front yard. I'm hammered drunk.
I'm hammered drunk, yeah.
Fucking what?
Sound like Ricky Bobby right now.
Every good story starts one way. There was this girl.
Yeah.
Or I was drunk.
Or I was drunk, yeah. But I'm in the front yard, and we had I guess it was like a full moon out, and I'm urinating. I'm trying to use the restroom in front of everybody, and I just fall flat face on my face. I just fall flat forward, and my wife loves telling everybody we meet about this story. And I'm like, yeah, that's how people want to think of me, is the guy that got drunk, pants fell down to his waist, and fell forward in the front yard.
I was once at a wedding and went bare ass piss outside the entry door. My grandma was pissed.
Oh,
She's like,
wow.
I seen his balls. Sorry, Granny.
I want to have a great drunk story like that, but I don't have one.
My aunt
drunk
was
story
pissed
is
at my whole family.
a bad example story because I was 19. I was trying to impress. So I was on the university campus with some guys that went to my high school, but they were older than me. And they were old enough to drink, and I was trying to impress them. And so I had a beer. I had a Long Island iced tea, and I had 7 shots of wild turkey.
Oh.
And I don't remember.
Jesus.
I don't remember anything that happened after the turkey, except I slammed the glass and I was like, 7 bitches. I don't remember anything.
And then he shit his pants.
I woke up at home. I called my friends. They were like, "Yeah, we tried to take your keys and you wouldn't let us." I don't know how I got from UA campus to Springdale because I lived in Springdale.
Yeah.
I have no idea how I got there.
Oh, wow.
But I woke up in bed, so I managed to get all the way home and to my room.
Wow.
And then I was throwing up everywhere.
I've had
Everywhere.
a few nights. Peppermint schnapps.
So you ever had Rumpelmans? Holy shit.
Gross.
The worst hangover ever.
Yeah,
Also
it's
the worst drink ever.
I mean, it tastes like winter fresh gum just comes in your mouth, basically. I fucking nailed it. That's why he's laughing.
That's quite the
it's like
you
Listerine.
painted a picture there, and the flavor at the same time.
I just gave gum a dick.
Yeah, you did.
The only thing worse than Rumpelmans is Malort.
Oh,
I mean, there's a lot of shit worse than Rumpelmans. Malort's at the tippy fucking top of the list.
No,
It's pretty bad.
Rumpelmans is really bad.
Rumpelmans is not that bad. I wish I had some.
yeah.
I'm gonna do an episode of Rumple now.
I bet you will.
Pussy.
It's gross. I'd rather drink Malort.
I obviously it just, to me, what you guys described, because it was on that first episode when you guys drank that stuff, I instantly thought of Anchorman,
Sex Panther.
Sex Panther. I imagine like that. I wonder if that's the idea of how I think that smells in my head. I think that's probably what it tastes like.
Yeah.
Like that's the instant.
It smells
I'm gonna be
bad,
honest
too.
with you.
It's-
Hey, where's the bottle? Let me smell it,
The
dude.
honest to God, I'll grab it in a second. The honest to God taste for me reminds me of being at my grandmother's house and her getting ready for like church and spraying Aquanet on her hair.
Oh.
And you breathe it in and you're like, oh, that's exactly what it tastes like to me.
Yeah. So I did zero research on this shit, and I was just like, I'm gonna do it. He's like, don't read nothing about it. I was like, okay, cool. I stuck to it. I didn't know shit about shit. I knew it wasn't gonna be good, but I didn't know it was gonna be that bad.
Smell it.
Does that make sense?
Smell it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's bad.
This is like what
He's like,
they.
why are you trying to get me to take a shot of this?
Boy, that's something.
Yeah.
That's a face for a video even without taking a drink.
That's
He's
why I
like-
was like,
He's like,
God, why would they make something like that?
on purpose. They want it to be shit. It's crazy.
Well, there's something to be said about that kind of marketing. I mean, you know, it's like people who put swear words in their company title now. Like, it's
Yeah.
got that shock value. Like,
You ever? I want to go to one of those restaurants where they get to treat you like shit.
yeah.
I want to go to. There's one in Vegas. I forget what it's called. I was looking at it the other day, and I was like, I want to go to that because I'm like gonna come back, and then they're just gonna get me worse just because I want to amp them up.
Did you ever watch back on Comedy Central? It'd come on after like South Park. Dave Attell.
yes.
He would walk around these cities in the middle of the night. Well, he went to Chicago to some like hot dog stand or something, and the whole time they're like, I mean, I don't know how much swearing you want me to do here, but it's
can do as much as you want.
It's like, you stupid motherfucker, like, you know, all the like, you take your damn shit and move on, and people go there for that experience,
Just to get treated like shit.
and it's wild, you know. I don't know how I would react to that. I guess I'd probably laugh.
Who's
No,
the
we'll make it more
coolest like Razorback related person you've met? I'm just curious. Now I'm just thinking about shit.
Like,
Yeah, for real.
just as Ryan Mallett.
Yeah.
Well, it's a short, because I've not met a lot. All the others, you know, excuse me, well, that stuff's coming up.
Oh yeah, it does, dude. It comes at you fast.
All the other
Or you
Razorbacks
mess
that I ever met, I was a little kid. Like there's photos of me. I'm in Nolan Richardson's lap. I met Todd Daly, Mayberry, Oliver Miller. Like, those were my heroes.
You ever met John Daly?
I've never met John.
That would be a fun guy to
That
fucking
would be a
party
fun
with.
guy. That is someone, if you got in here,
Dude.
oh my God. I would want to sit in on that. I wouldn't want to, you guys do your thing. I would just want to sit right here,
Dude.
and listen to him tell stories and just.
I just want to party with John Daly and Post Malone at the same time before I die.
That would be wild.
You know how much like alcohol would be consumed and every goddamn thing else?
So
John Daly's pretty easy to find. I understand.
Really?
He's up at that casino just outside of Joplin. You're
You know
fine.
he makes
Drink it.
fucking
okay.
music
I didn't know
and
if we
shit.
wanted to do the thing.
He's up at the he's up
John
at
Daly.
he's up at downstream all the time, from what I understand.
For real? I
what I heard.
wonder what it would take to get that dude on.
Let's find out.
I will find out. Oh, hit him right in the balls.
It did hit me right in the back of the throat. Like, calm down.
Bottle
It's
of
so
water. Oh,
big.
you got your, yeah.
It's so big.
I'm trying to think.
My Ryan Mallett thing, though. Met him at we used to live over off Sierra Avenue in Fayetteville, which is like smack dab in the middle of Fayetteville. And we're at the, what is the name of that gas station over there off Greg and, is it Sunbelt Avenue?
Sunbridge.
Sunbridge.
Oh,
yeah, that
White
gas
Oak
station
Station.
there. Yeah. They got
I used to live right over there too.
Oh yeah. Apparently everyone has. And, but Ryan Mallett was behind me in line. I knew who he was. I pay attention to Razorback recruiting and football. I'm on the message boards. I'm on Hogville. I'm on. At the time, it wasn't 247. It was Rivals. That was like the only main that Rivals and who was the other one?
I know
Before
on three.
247.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, that's
Dude,
gonna
you
drive
know
me
when
crazy.
the first Razorback game I ever watched? Houston Nuts last one.
Oh really?
Yep.
Oh wow.
And I
you're
was like,
young.
this team's the shit.
Yeah, you're young. Holy crap.
They beat LSU. Fucking nuts, dude.
That was a great experience.
Yeah.
And he's fired, and then it's all wild.
And I
from
was
there.
like, you know what? I don't really care about the Sooners anymore. I'm an Oklahoma guy, man. I was born in Oklahoma. You know what I mean?
Arkansas was 1-2 against them all time. I think.
We're about to change that.
I think they're about to change that.
That's gonna be interesting. them
Let's
coming
talk
in.
about it. Let's talk about it.
Well, hang on. Let me
I
finish
want you.
this right.
Oh,
now.
yeah. Right now.
Let me-
Go.
It's not. It's quick. It's
Sorry.
quick. He's literally behind me in line. He's tall. He is legit 6'6". I'm 6'2", 6'3", whatever, depending on what gas station I'm walking out of. And I look behind me. I'm like, holy shit, that's Ryan Mallett. I know it's him. And I'm like, and I do this whole game where I'm like, I don't know who you are. And I'm like, you look familiar. And he goes, first words out of his mouth are, oh, are you from Lincoln? And I was like, what? Lincoln? Like, come on, man. I'm Lincoln. What? I didn't realize he actually was like from Lincoln. I didn't know that.
Oh, okay.
But he was really cool. I talked with him for like 30 seconds. We were laughing it up. And you know, of course, by then he's like, yeah, I'm going to play quarterback at Arkansas. And I'm like, dude, they need you, man.
No shit.
I was like, they're going to need every bit of your arm. And I was trying not to let it on that I knew who he was, you know. But he seemed like a really cool cat. Rest in peace, man.
That's a fucking bummer, dude.
That's just wild.
The Snoop Dogg thing, the thing Snoop Dogg did for him was pretty fucking cool.
Wearing the jersey and
Yeah.
everything. Yeah.
I was trying to get like HD footage of it, but everybody's got shitty cell phone footage. And
Yeah.
I'm like, you have a supercomputer in your pocket and you're taking shitty videos.
Yeah, people don't know how to film on their phones. It's really strange.
Every fucking body does this.
Well, honestly, Travis taught me, or I wouldn't have known how.
Really?
Yeah, one day Travis is at JJ's Live, and he comes back and he's like, "Look at this video, the concert I got," and I'm like, "How the fuck did you do that with your iPhone?"
was
And he's
there
like,
with
"Oh,
the-
here's the settings."
I was at a Tech 9
Now-
show.
No, I don't know how to do all that. But
Every time I do it, now I'm like, okay, 4K, 60 frames per second.
Yeah, bro.
Do this, do that. Okay,
Yeah.
look how clear that
what
is.
kind of phone do you have?
iPhones.
Oh, okay.
I can show you, bro.
Well, you're good people then.
Oh,
Okay.
you got an Android? Disgusting.
That is a hot topic.
Interview over. God damn it.
That can be a hot topic in the Tusk Talk Discord, man. There's some
For
people.
real?
Oh my God, phone wars are a thing.
So here's my problem with Androids is the first Android I ever got was, remember when it goes like, Droid?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's the one I got.
Yeah.
And then I was like, man, fuck this phone, bro.
Yeah.
I'm going back to Nokia. Like,
I never have been a fan of the Android software, and it gets real buggy. Like the older the battery gets, the phone just turns to shit so
Yeah.
quick. Maybe they're better now. I don't know. I like iPhone. I guess
Yeah.
I'm a simp for iPhone.
yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said you had an Android. That's why I said that.
No,
My
no, no,
bad.
no, no. No, I'm iPhone for life. Man.
Yeah, same, dude.
With my Ninja Turtle wallpaper.
You can't go wrong with the Ninja Turtles.
Oh.
I'm actually pumped about the new Ninja Turtle movie they're making.
I know. I'm going to use the excuse that I'm taking my girls when really it's for me.
New movie, new series following it.
I saw that. Yeah, they're going to do a whole,
They've got 2 seasons approved for a series following the movie.
I'm curious how that turns out.
What the hell did you bring up a second ago? Because we got lost in it.
Oh, we did.
We were getting into the Sooners getting into the SEC.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, Texas and all that shit. That's going to be fucking...
Your thoughts on bringing them in? I think my personal opinion, they're going to see that the Big 12 wasn't... They're going to come in and have a great awakening about what everyday life in the SEC is.
You know, and what's funny about that, when I bring that up, if I go on Mark Rogers' TV show or whatever, his YouTube channel, I love Mark, by the way. If you get a chance and you want to hear, he brings on great guests. Mark is my guy. I like Mark a lot. But if I bring up the whole Oklahoma-Texas stuff, someone will always bring up, but Mizzou walked into the conference and won the East 2 years in a row. They're 2012, 2013. And the only thing I can say back is like, okay, that's true, but the East was garbage when they walked in.
Yeah, we were beating Georgia
it was
back
perfect
then.
timing.
Florida, it was great timing. Florida was garbage. Georgia wasn't any good. I think that was right towards the end of Mark Richt's time, or was getting there if I remember right. Kentucky wasn't any good. South Carolina was South Carolina. Like, they walked in a good situation. Tennessee wasn't any good. Wasn't that when Dooley was there?
Tennessee was bad for like 10 years like us.
Yeah. Oh, they've been bad.
And then they got Hendon Hooker all of a sudden, and you're like, what the fuck? They're really good.
Yeah, they're in a good shape. Part of me wants to take them to win the East so bad. I'm
That's-
not going to because it's going to be Georgia just because of the talent gap. But
Georgia's
Tennessee's
turning into
good.
Bama, man. They're getting fucking annoying.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I'm starting to hate you guys.
Nobody likes winners.
Seriously.
The Patriots, I hated the Patriots. They beat my Rams.
I had a Trey Flowers
I hate
Patriots jersey in my closet.
Oh,
yeah.
that's cool.
Well, he's on
cool.
Detroit now, I think. Trey Flowers.
He went. He signed a big deal with Detroit, and then he got hurt or something, and then didn't have a very. I don't know what he's up to.
I'd get like $30 million. Like, I'm hurting, guys.
Yeah, he's not been nearly as effective as he was in New England. And I was happy for him, even though I hated the Patriots. I was happy that him and Dietrich Wise and.
I got a Wise jersey too, I think.
Oh yeah.
I always try to get Razorback players. Yeah, I think the Wise jersey was from China though, so it kind of sucks. The Flowers one's legit.
Yeah.
And then I got like a Moses Moody
Warriors
jersey in my closet. I got
That's nice.
the black and red with the Razorback on it. Jalen Williams jersey.
Oh okay.
I got a shadow box of this. This wall behind me is empty for those jerseys.
Oh wow.
I just gotta fucking put them up.
First jersey I ever owned was a Isaac Bruce St. Louis Ram jersey. And I have it in my 7th grade pictures. My dad was pissed. I took my he wanted me to wear this like really nice whatever they had picked out. Well, I snuck my Ram jersey in and I used that to take the picture and I still have it, and that was in 1997. So I'm a pre-Greatest Show on Turf. Like, people would call me a bandwagon fan, like,
Right.
No. As soon as they left LA for St. Louis, I was a fan.
I get that a lot.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm a Philadelphia Eagles fan.
Oh yeah.
As soon as they left what?
Well, when they left LA.
Oh, the original time.
Yeah.
Oh, you're an old school Rams
LA
fan,
to
bro.
St. Louis
Yeah.
back to
Shit.
Yeah.
So I'm an Eagles fan.
I'm
And
not.
have been for a while.
Yeah.
Like when they were losing. A while.
Yeah.
And
why don't you-
I play Madden. I play Madden all the time. We won't get into how much I play Madden, but I play it a lot.
Yeah.
And people now are like, you choose the Eagles because they're a winning team. I'm like, I was playing with the Eagles when they were awful.
Yeah.
I mean, I was playing with the Eagles when the talent was poor.
Yeah.
And now, I mean, of course, they went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
They won a Super Bowl recently. And so, of course, Madden loves them
Yeah.
and treats them really nice.
Oh,
and
yeah.
people are like, oh, you got to play with one of the best teams. And I'm like, I played with them
I
way
knew
before
when
this.
I knew when the Eagles picked up Hurts, I was like, they're gonna be in good shape. 'Cause
Yeah.
they picked up a lot of other talent as well, but Hurts has fucking got skills. I'm so pumped that Enos coached Hurts also. I don't know how much of that he's responsible for, but I know that he made Brandon Allen a different person.
Well, yeah, this is one of those things where, and I have a conversation with a couple of friends of mine about this. Neither of which are that excited about Enos coming back. They think it's like a desperate hire. for Pittman that, oh, well, he's just going with the comfort, because he was with him in 2015.
I mean, we had the #1 offense in the fucking nation.
Listen, you've had in Arkansas's history, which is wild to think about when you think about all the great offenses that have come through here in the last couple of decades, whether it's the Petrino era or the Darren McFadden, Felix Jones, Peyton Hillis era, whatever. You've only surpassed 6,000 total yards of offense 3 times in school history.
Jeez.
And Dan Enos did that in 2015. And he did that year 1 as a coordinator with a quarterback who everyone said was a bum.
So you've been to practices and shit. Is all the tempo gone? Are we straight up old school, like Burt Ball kind of, you know what I mean?
Well, there's still tempo there. Now, that would be a really good question for someone who's been to a ton of practices over the years. The last year was my first year where I was able to do that and watch practice. I got to go through fall camp last year, and then I got to go to the weekly practices, and then spring ball. And then it looks like I'll be eligible, or I'm good to go this year as well. I'm going to find out the hard way Friday morning. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to find out, show up at whatever time we're supposed to be there. And, but so that would be a good question for like Trey Biddy or Otis Kirk or maybe Dudley Dawson.
Yeah.
But the tempo to me seems similar. But what I noticed all through practice, God dang, they ran the ball a lot. It felt like 75% was 2 tight end set, lone back, run the ball. Or pistol, a lot of pistol, which is where you play Madden. That's your quarterback with your running back lined up behind you, maybe a couple of receivers out wide.
I seen a pistol formation in the fucking KU game last year, and I about shit myself. I was like, what is that?
Did they?
I swear, it was like one play. And I was like...
They may have.
Oh, it was an I formation.
Oh.
And I was like,
You're going to see that. Now, I don't know that, because there is no such thing as a fullback anymore.
Right,
Everyone uses like a hybrid, like a tight end, someone who can kind of go out into the flats, make a play, be a lead block.
That's exactly what I do in Madden. My tight
Yeah.
end plays fullback.
Yeah.
You know what I do in Madden?
You move them over into motion.
I run Hail Mary and I roll out of the pocket. And I just, every time.
Are you that guy?
I'm that guy.
You would get murdered playing me.
That's what I'm saying. Why do you think we don't play? Hey, let me get a refill. Speaking of being a dipshit,
yeah.
I need some more alcoholism.
Yeah. Send him over.
So I don't know if the tempo's any different than what it was last year because I only got to see Kendall once and I only got to see spring camp.
I bumped into Kendall downstairs last year, right before the first game.
Oh, yeah?
And I was like, hey, Browns.
Yeah?
He's like, how's it going? And just kept walking because I was down there where the recruits are in that cool room. So.
Oh, yeah.
Underneath that
Yeah,
motherfucker.
in the north end zone?
Yeah.
That's where the media room is.
Yeah. Oh, sweet. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So I was down there, where all those recruits go in that big-ass room across from there is that cool zone. And I was in there. And if you go in there, all the coaches walk through that thing.
Yeah.
The pregame.
Yeah.
They're fucking blasting through there back and forth trying to keep recruits happy.
That's a cool part of the stadium.
It is really fun.
I've not been all through there, but I've been to the media room and I've been down where they have like that lounge.
Yeah, I usually go eat my $40 fucking Cane's 5 chicken strips in that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, why is it so expensive? What the fuck?
It's only gonna get. I'm telling you, man. Between
inflation,
inflation and stadium food just naturally costs
So much more.
You ever got drunk at the stadium? Holy shit, it's expensive.
Never have.
You know what's funny?
I got shit hammered from South Carolina.
Oh yeah.
If I was looking at stadium food, I'd bring the price down.
Yeah.
Because I think if you made the price cheaper, people would go back several times.
I mean, how many chicken strips are you gonna eat?
End up spending more.
Yeah.
Over a 3-hour game, probably more than sitting out in the sun. Probably more than I would in a restaurant.
Dude, that South Carolina game was hot, and I was drunk.
I remember you and I were trying to coordinate. We were trying to meet up, and I had to haul ass up to the media room.
Yeah, I got extra fucked up that day.
Yeah. I remember you saying something about, we're just all up here drinking.
We're down here fucking drunk. I got the seats I got by design because we were right under the ledge.
Oh, yeah.
Or there was a speaker or some shit that would stick out and like right on my seat would be shaded. And I was like,
Nice.
yes!
Yeah, man.
I felt even better because same season I had the same seats in the south end zone.
Oh, yeah?
And the way the sun moves, like from game one,
he
I
was
was
doing
in
good.
the shade as the game started, and I was in the shade the whole game.
My ass out there just getting sunburnt to shit.
Yeah. We used to have when I was growing up, we had for a while we'd sit up in the nosebleeds. on the Razorback Road side. Mm-hmm. And then as I got older, we got the South End Zone seats, which were pretty cool. But you always have the bad guys going through the tunnel.
Bro, motherfucker.
You're screaming stuff at them. And yeah.
Dude, nowadays it'd be like the way shit's going with these concerts and stuff. Somebody's gonna start throwing shit at them. You see Cardi B the other day? You see that on Twitter?
She got hit in the face,
God.
right?
No, she threw her fucking microphone at somebody.
Well, because she got hit first.
Yeah. They threw like a beer or a cup of ice or some shit on her.
And she turned
and she was like,
around
bitch!
Someone got hit in the face. I saw someone just get smacked.
BB Rexa got smoked by a cell phone.
Okay. Oh.
And it's becoming a thing. Like,
That's weird.
It's almost like, how can I get on? And this leads into right what I want to talk. It's almost like, how can I get some clicks about me?
Yeah.
Not the artist, but the person throwing stuff.
Yeah, very selfish.
And I say that because I sent Travis a video. We'll load it up here on the actual podcast. We won't load it up right now. But famous YouTuber.
oh, yeah. I don't know his fucking name. I have to look up the text you sent me.
I got it. So, famous YouTuber.
We can play videos on that. It's just a pain in the ass.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are going like full Rogan here.
So
Yeah,
I
for
think
real.
his name is Fousey, Fousey.
Dude, I don't know.
But anyway, he says on the video the N-word, supposedly.
Okay.
But the audio is so quiet, like he's rapping to a song, and then in that song the N-word is said.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden
Wow.
he starts jumping up, slapping the bed, like, oh my God, I just fucked up. I just messed up real bad. Like freaking out, like I'm gonna get canceled. And the question is,
I'm kind of glad I didn't watch this video now.
no, the question is this. Is it for clicks because he's full of shit? Like, I didn't hear the N-word.
Yeah.
I heard it in the song. I didn't hear it come out of his mouth.
Was it a live stream?
It's a video on Twitter.
Yeah.
I saw something
It's a video
about
on
that this
Twitter,
morning.
but it's like, did you do that for clicks?
No.
Because now it's like, did you actually say the N-word? And if you did, even if he did actually say it, did you say it so that you could get clicks? And
It's so stupid the way shit works now.
well,
it's the same thing with the concert goers throwing
Yeah.
bottled waters or beers or whatever they're throwing at the artist. You're just doing it to get famous.
it's a very cheap form of fame, and it really is just 15 minutes of fame. I can't name anybody who is either an influencer or whatever who started off doing stuff like that. Can you?
No.
Because I can't.
Right?
Like, that's a
Well,
very...
Logan Paul.
Well,
He did do some crazy
Hate
shit.
that
I love Logan Paul.
I don't know.
Logan
How
Paul-
did he
Yeah.
get famous?
I don't know exactly.
I know the
how
worst thing he did.
was go to that Japanese
The suicide forest.
Oh, I heard about that. Yeah, but that was...
And he did that on purpose.
yeah.
Well, yeah.
I mean, he did it, and he did it for clicks. It was not about like, oh, I made a mistake. He did it on purpose for clicks.
I'm trying to be shit hammered by lunch, bitch. Let's go.
I hate Logan Paul and Jake Paul.
So weird.
I've challenged him to a fight multiple times.
Hey, Jake
already.
Paul.
Like
Jake Paul's
Jake
fighting
Paul-
Nate Diaz this weekend, bro.
I don't even care, bro.
I care.
are
I'm
we
watching.
Are we
Hell
watching?
yeah.
Okay, I'll be at your house.
Wait.
You won't be here.
Yeah, well, Saturday I'll be here.
Perfect. Well, I'll be here.
Hell yeah, I'm watching that shit,
I'll
man.
be here.
Let's
Because
watch it
I'm gonna
outside.
I'm gonna watch Nate Diaz drop bombs on this wannabe, this
Yeah.
clown.
This is gonna be great.
Jake Paul's a clown, bro.
Is
45 years old, and I guarantee you, with a couple months training, I'd knock that motherfucker out.
You think so?
Tim getting pumped up, man.
I do. I get like,
Yeah, he's... I will say, I'll give him props for wanting to fight these people.
I think Jake Paul's legit.
it's fake.
Maybe 10 years ago, I'd be like, all right, I'd fight him. You know, maybe 10 years. I know I'd probably get my ass whooped, but
No, you wouldn't.
now
Because
I'm
you know
like
why
40
he's
and I'm
winning.
like,
No, you know why.
It depends on the pay.
Well,
I'm just calling it out right now. I've
Yeah,
called it out several times. He's paying the dude.
yeah.
First of all, he goes to
can see
guys
that.
who are done but need money.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'll give you $2 million, take a fall.
Oh.
You're gonna. This is like WWE. Like when they tell Ric Flair, like you're gonna put this guy over. They tell Triple H, your career, you're gonna put this guy over. They tell The Rock, you're gonna put this guy over
Yeah.
because you're on the back end of your career and you're gonna go do acting. So put this guy over.
So you think that's what's happening with
He's
him?
going to these guys and he's going because if you watch all the videos, like guys will be up here covering their face, and then right before he hits them, they drop their hands and they turn their chin, and then he hits them in the chin, and then they follow. You can see it all on YouTube. It's all over YouTube.
I just don't watch enough.
He's so full of shit.
I'm not a big UFC guy, and I'm not, but I do admire, like I do respect what they do.
What the hell is that?
What is this?
It's just Dobo.
Oh, okay. I was like, that
his
shit
is-
looks orange.
His is gonna be Malort.
Oh, are you serious?
No, dude.
I'm smelling it. No, we're not gonna fuck you over.
I wouldn't do that, bro.
Okay.
Well,
I would, but
they smell it
I
just
would,
in
but
case.
I want you to
Yeah.
finish the interview first. Now, the last shot you do, you might not want to trust, but this time,
You can't date rape Malort, man.
no. Notice what he just did.
I
He just
smelled
sniffed it.
I did,
He's like,
yeah.
God
Yeah,
damn,
he
I
don't
can't
trust you
this guy
now."
anymore.
Well, I mean, you're over there with all the bottles.
Yeah.
And so I don't really know.
I'm
like,
just gonna
all
start
The
pulling
thing
the
is
good
that-
shit up here.
Yeah, I need more ice.
right. I always before I go live, I always do like it's good to do like vocal like you see people in the Anchorman, right? Like,
That's exactly what popped into my
Human
head.
Torch was denied a bank loan. You know, he's doing stuff like that. I'll do that, and I always do Autobots roll out. Like I just do stuff like that. Yeah, or I'll do.
Hey, you know that guy from Chicago PD, the lieutenant? You sounded like that guy doing Optimus Prime.
wait,
The captain. Have you ever watched Chicago PD? He's like, "Hey guys, what the hell are y'all doing in here?" Like,
well, I gotta.
if you watch it later, you're gonna laugh. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's-
If I remember right, I'm just gonna say. Well, let's do this. And
Are we
let's
recording?
get going.
Are we
We've been recording the whole
Okay,
time, baby.
all right.
We'll
Okay,
just
but
cut
don't
in
we
where
need
we
a
get
pause?
in.
Do we need a pause? You said we need a pause.
Yep. All right. So, what are we doing?
Okay.
We taking some more? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do it. So,
It's too far to reach.
if I remember right, the same guy who's doing Optimus Prime is also
Stephen Cullen, something like
is
that.
it? Because I thought Frank Welker did some Optimus Prime.
Fuck. I don't know.
I want to say Frank Welker did some Optimus Prime. I'll look it up here in a second.
Yeah.
But if he did, that's the same guy who also played Fred on Scooby Doo.
Really?
Can you imagine?
Did y'all
That's
just
weird.
hear that?
Yeah, I did.
That was my. This alcohol's like trying to make its way. It's like, yeah,
Tastes good, but it's
we're in
working
your
its way
stomach.
up.
Doughball's
Yeah,
like,
I thought only the one guy did.
I'm gonna check it right now.
Autobots roll out. I can't do it. See, now I can't do it because I can hear myself.
Autobots roll out. Like,
I'll tell you something else I can do. Is the did you ever watch Cleveland Brown show?
yeah.
I can do that too. I can do that intro.
Really?
My name is Cleveland Brown, and
love it.
I'm proud to blah blah blah.
Keep going. Keep going.
Hang on. See, the alcohol's starting to tip in now.
Yeah, now we're getting the real tie.
Back in my hometown, there's new friends and old friends and even a bear. That whole thing. Yeah,
I got Forrest Gump fucking
Yeah.
nailed, man.
Can you
I'm Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
This is how all my dogs talk. I give all my dogs voices because I'm weird like that. So like my dog will be walking and like Mojo, my friend, she got neutered not too long ago.
Oh.
And like he likes to lay his whole shit on the floor. I'm like, I ain't got no balls. It's cold in here.
Okay, my bad. It wasn't Optimus Prime.
Okay.
He was Megatron.
I was gonna say Megatron.
He was Megatron.
That was
and
close.
I can't
and
do
Fred.
I can't do Megatron. He did Fred too.
Fred from Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he is the Fred Jones.
Wow.
Wow, the old school one.
1969 Fred
What
Jones.
a fucking portfolio that guy's got.
all the way up into 2014.
Do you think he was
was
ever
still Fred
fucking
Jones.
with the like whenever he was voicing to the animation? He's like, "Oh guys, what's going on?" Like, fucking Megatron's like, that would be amazing.
Starscream. I can't do that one.
No,
I can't do
Okay,
Megatron.
I will say this from voice acting. Like I didn't never follow it. I never cared until I had kids.
Yeah.
My kids love anime.
Oh,
They
my
love cartoons, and so they start
gosh.
going. So we went to Little Rock last year to the Arkansas Comic Con to meet Christina V and Bryce Pappenbrook, and they are Ladybug and Cat Noir.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, they're Ladybug and Cat Noir, no big deal. We're standing in line to meet them, and all these people are holding up all these characters and posters they want
Yeah.
signed, and they have like 200, 300 credits to their name and their characters from everything you can imagine.
Yeah.
I had no idea. So then you look at a guy like Frank Welker, and he's like Megatron. He's like he's different characters in the Transformers.
Yeah.
Cartoons. He's Scooby. He's in the Smurfs, or he's in all this stuff. It's like, oh my god, how did these guys do 300 different shows and you don't know who they are?
Motherfuckers getting paid. That's how.
For real. I mean, but you have no idea who they are.
Yeah.
Like I never paid attention to it. My kids do.
And then you have people that. What was the guy that voice of my childhood? Well, you're about the same age.
Casey Kasem.
Well, Casey Kasem. But I was thinking the guy that voiced Batman in the 90s.
Oh, yeah, he just died.
He just passed
in fact,
away.
he was supposed to be at
Is
that
it Mark
Comic-Con.
Hamill?
Really?
No, Mark Hamill was the Joker.
He was Joker.
Oh,
yeah.
Joker. Shit.
Yeah, it was...
I can't think of his name. You're going to have to Google
now we
it.
got to
Man,
Google
you're
it.
going to make me look it up now.
Google
because
it.
he ended up missing that Comic-Con. He was supposed to be there. And now
People
I
were
was
like, this
taking
is
my son-
bullshit.
Well, I was taking my son to meet him.
Yeah.
And they canceled, and 2 weeks later, he died.
Yeah.
That's crazy. He's like, I'm sick, motherfucker.
Yeah,
I ain't making
he
it.
actually was Kevin Conroy. He was Batman.
Yeah.
Conrad,
Sure
right?
enough.
Huh? Is it Conroy?
I think it's Conroy.
Conroy.
Is it Conroy?
I
Okay,
love
I thought
that.
it was Conrad for some reason.
Yeah, no, Kevin Conroy. He actually was
Okay.
Batman in the Batwoman CW series for the
Oh, that's
one or
right.
two episodes.
Yeah,
that
that's
he-
right.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
yeah,
they
yeah. I
had
remember
him
hearing
as
about
the
that.
live action Batman.
Yeah.
I didn't even know they had a Batwoman series on CW. Seriously?
It lasted for
Did
a
it
whole
suck
2
balls?
seasons, and
Apparently, it was
terrible.
pretty bad. My neighbor Alex, God bless him. The guy,
homie.
the guy loves. Yeah, you
Yeah.
get his. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. Good dude. He'll do anything in the world for you. He's all into like nerd culture is his thing. Man.
Fuck yeah.
He doesn't care if it's got woke stuff in it or not. He'll watch it. He'll give it the benefit of the doubt, which is the way we should all be. Absolutely.
Agree, yes, sir.
I have a hard time with it, but whatever.
Old
But
school, man.
He. Where was I going with that?
Nerd
Oh, he
culture.
was telling me about like he was like, yeah, man, the CW and the Bat Girl, whatever stuff. He was telling me how bad it was, and then he also told me he just watched the new Marvel show with.
Secret Invasion.
Yeah. So
Oh my God, it's so good.
I haven't
he
seen it.
hated it.
Dude, so Rotten
hated
Tomatoes
it.
has
Okay.
that shit rated bad, dude.
Here's the
Yeah.
deal.
We've been talking about doing
everybody
this for
went
like
into
2
it with
weeks.
the wrong mindset, and I'm telling you,
Yeah.
from someone who's been in every opening day Marvel movie
Yeah.
and seen every show the day it comes
Wow.
out.
You and Alex would be boys, man.
I'm telling you, people went into it with the wrong mindset.
Okay.
Secret Invasion is a setup for 3 movies.
Oh, okay.
That's what it is. And if you went into it thinking you were getting a series and it was going to have a finale, and
Yeah.
it's not that. It's setting up the Marvels. It's setting up Armor Wars. It's setting up Secret Wars.
Okay.
And if you go into it with any other mindset, you're going to hate it
Yeah.
because you are not going to get the finale that you wish you got.
Yeah.
And you're not going to get Samuel L. Jackson going, motherfucker.
Yeah. Oh, your mom is gonna cancel the
2
shit
minutes.
out of
No, and it was me this time, not you.
Ma'am, I don't know what's wrong with your son, but my goodness.
Did you listen to our previous? So
The F word?
No,
the
so-
F word stuff?
no,
the
so-
mother.
You can't say
Yes,
mother
can't-
effort.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
So
it's
we did episode 1, and Travis was like, "Motherfucker," and my mom goes, "I listened to 20 seconds of your."
I
video,"
love
I
that.
got that.
and I shut it
I
off.
listened to that.
I love that. That's
I was cracking
her.
up.
That's her line in the sand. Is like,
Don't put
can't
the
say
M word in front
motherfucker.
of
You can't put the mother in front of it.
Don't put the M word in front of the F word. I'm
most
like the
people's-
M word, like mother, because that's not. That's like when they take. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. That's when they take God damn it.
Yeah.
And they take God out of it, and you're like, God was not the bad word.
Well,
You're supposed to bleep, damn it.
yeah.
as someone who, my dad was a armchair Baptist. I mean all the love in the world, but he was after my mom passed, one of the things she made him promise was to keep me in church. And he did. And we stayed Baptist. Like we went to a Ridgeview Baptist in Fayetteville, which was kind of like a Southern Baptist church.
We're gonna get fucking smashed. By the way, we keep doing this.
I know, man. I can already feel it. But like the Baptist, it's like no drinking, no cussing, no certain things you can't wear. So
That would be a terrible
He
Baptist.
won't be
That was
watching
back in the
this.
day.
My dad would not be
fair.
watching this show.
That was back in the day, though.
Did you pre-warn me
Listen,
like, hey,
because
Dad?
my dad was a Baptist pastor.
Okay.
I
think I remember you
early
mentioned
in my
that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
childhood.
Well, my dad was a truck driver, so
My granddad was a truck driver. I don't know where this is.
don't have any
maybe
problem
that's
with
our differences, boys.
But
why I'm so
after I was
fucking
about 3 or
dark.
4 years old, he switched. He wasn't a pastor anymore, but we still went to church, and it was
Yeah.
a Baptist church.
Yeah.
But the difference between the Baptist church when I was 5 years old and the Baptist church when I was 30 years old,
Those are so
like
good.
they've changed.
Oh yeah.
Like I graduated from Shiloh.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So there was a point where you couldn't have dancing in a Baptist church. My senior year, they're like, okay, here's the deal. I graduated with Kirk Thompson's daughter, and he was the CEO of JB Hunt at one point.
Okay.
And they're like, here's the deal. You guys can't have all of this at the school, so in our mansion. we're gonna have an after the prom party, like, and it wasn't anything stupid.
Yeah.
But it was the Shiloh's not gonna allow this much.
Okay.
So you can do this out here.
So it's a normal
today.
prom.
Shiloh has an absolutely normal prom like any other high school.
yeah.
That's the growth from 1995
Oh, yeah.
to
That's
2023.
That's different then. Yeah, because that, you know, my mom was a pretty thick into the Baptist stuff, and my dad was not religious. I mean, this is a guy. My uncles tell me stories all the time about how he had an Ozzy Osbourne poster above my crib. But then, like, after my mom, and I'm not trying to bring the pod down, but after my mom passed away, I was 8 years old. He went on this, like, he was an armchair Baptist, but he was doing, and I mean that with all the love in the world. He was doing that because he was trying to fulfill my mom's, you know, like, hey, keep him in the church.
Well,
please.
it's still pretty fucking cool of him to do that.
Absolutely. And
Especially
I'm
if it
thankful.
wasn't his gig. You
We
know?
actually went to Springdale Baptist when Ronnie Floyd was there, and I guess
Yeah.
now his sons had taken it over or something.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed that church. I really did. Now, I've gotten older, and we don't go to church, and it's like, it just kind of is what it is. But I do value that Baptist, some of those values, because there's some good out of that. Judeo-Christianity, the Western civilization benefited from some of those values. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that I think the church got lost. I'm just gonna put it on the podcast. I'll tell you exactly what I think. Look at the camera. The church got lost somewhere where it decided that we are the people who do right, and what we say is right, and that's it, and there's nothing else right. And then membership started declining because people are like, dude, this is not real. Like, what you say and how you behave outside here is not real.
Yeah.
And now today, like, I go to a church and I feel less judged because they're like, wait a second, our job is to love people.
Yeah.
And that's different from 30 years ago. I can tell you 30 years ago it was like when I went to high school, I didn't go to Shiloh until my senior year. Prior to that senior year, it was, you watch a rated R movie, you're going to hell. Apologize in front of apologize in front of the church.
Oh,
you listen to rock music, apologize in front of the church. Like, I went to a private school before Shiloh. It was called Fayetteville Christian.
Yeah.
And it was, you're suspended until you apologize in front of the school for listening to rock music.
I didn't know it was that bad there.
Yeah, that bad. And so I think today they're like, wait a second. Okay.
Yeah.
Our job was to love you
Yeah.
and kind of give you guidance in life,
Yeah.
not necessarily condemn you to hell because you did something we didn't agree with. And that's a difference in church in 30 years.
Funny story. Again, my dad, an armchair Baptist moment. I rented, you know where I'm going with this when I tell you the movie. I rented Brad Pitt's Snatch.
Hey, Dad, look at this.
He had no. I had to hide it. I hid it from him. I wasn't allowed to rent rated R. And by the way, he goes by Arky56. He's active in my chats.
Yeah.
He's active. He goes to War Machine's videos and leaves comments. He's got the St. Louis Cardinal avatar, and everyone knows who he is.
That's awesome.
He's had people. Apparently, he had some people stop him in public. Hey, you're Ty Hudson's dad. How they
know what he looks like is crazy.
I don't know. I know I've tagged him in some stuff, but
All I know is if I worked at Geek Squad, I would know who he is.
Yeah. 110%. Yeah.
Dude.
But he found the movies. He was cleaning the house. I had Snatch. And you liked how I worded it too. I called it Brad Pitt Snatch. That kind of sounds pretty bad. But no, it was the movie Snatch and some other stuff.
I'm putting that one in a short.
You
You
like Brad Pitt Snatch.
Yeah.
he made me take those back. He's like, you're gonna go to hell watching this, and this is porno, and I didn't know Blockbuster rented pornos. I was like, Dad, it's not. It's Brad Pitt. He's in it, and he's like, I don't know who that is, but you need to take it back.
I don't know who the fuck Brad Pitts is, but get him out of my house. He's the devil.
Yeah.
I love that you have that story.
Yeah.
And here's why. Because Travis has already heard this story. I was 16 years old. Got my first car. Listen, I loved rap.
Yeah.
Love rap.
Yeah.
For my whole life. So my first rap tape was Snoop Doggy Dogg, Doggy Style.
Oh, great.
And my mom was trying to do the nicest thing for me one day. It was freaking cold, how some Arkansas winters can be. You know, like
Especially
15
back then.
degrees outside.
Yeah.
She goes out to the car to start it for me. And it pops up. And Southern Baptist grown up,
Yeah.
my mom pops that tape out. She takes it in, sets it on the counter, calls me into the kitchen. Hey, Tim, what is this? And I'm like, It's just a tape that was in my. What were you doing in my car?
Yeah.
And she's like, I was trying to start your car to get it warm for you. But what is this? And I was like, it's a tape. She takes a hammer. She's already gone to the garage, gotten a hammer.
That's it.
Did she even?
That doesn't surprise me at all.
Destroyed that tape right in front of my face.
Any wood under the tape to save the counter? She was just like, "Fuck the
Nah,
counter."
it was for Micah.
I'm breaking this bitch.
It was for Micah. It wasn't. 1992.
A lot of lead paint in that bitch.
Well,
huh?
1992, there was no such
Don't
thing
bring that
as,
in.
There was no marble countertops everywhere, granite countertops. It
Hold
was
your
all
breath,
for
son. I'm
Micah.
about to hit this fucking thing with a
She
hammer.
just, bang! Smashes it to death.
Wow.
Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me. My dad was pretty dramatic with stuff.
My
too.
parents were just like, "Hey,
That
Like, she wasn't even
Don't
playing.
die.
She wasn't even playing. It wasn't like drama. It was, we're going to end this sin that you're doing right now.
yeah. And then you're gonna go get saved and baptized again.
No, I actually didn't. But.
I was saved and baptized. I'm not kidding. Out of fear, like 3 different times.
See, we had such a different experience.
I got saved. I never
Because,
got
like-
baptized. I got saved when I was 13."
Yeah, I was.
Yep.
I was. It was after my. No, it was before my mom. No, it was after my mom passed away. We at Ridgeview Baptist. I got saved and baptized.
Damn.
That was like 1992, and then I did it again at Shiloh.
92.
Yeah,
I was
Springdale
fucking 3.
Yeah,
I was getting saved.
See, we were always taught from the beginning, like you get saved, you're saved.
Yeah.
And you may mess up, but you're saved.
But you've
Now,
been
you might need
saved.
to go back and
Yeah.
you might need to go back and be like, hey, I'm sorry that I messed up, but it doesn't affect whether or not you're saved.
Yeah.
It's funny this turned into a religious
Yeah,
podcast.
religious.
Hey, you know what? You know what my favorite thing about our podcast is? It can turn into whatever the fuck we want it to be.
Yeah, it's true.
I
So
love that
it's-
too.
it's
like
either
this is a
direction.
religious podcast, and Travis is like, it can be whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
You guys can make fun of Biden.
Hey, all we doing is speaking a little motherfucking truth. Ooh,
That's
your
what-
mom's gonna skip that part.
No, I just when we talked about it. So one of the advices that we've seen across all the platforms.
I'm gonna get
and you
puke
kind-
drunk in a little bit.
Well, no, and you kind of do it. Is you find your niche and you make your podcast.
Yeah,
And so you have like a niche podcast of race
it is.
sports, right?
It's yeah.
And so what we decided was we're not a niche. We're not gonna find a niche. Our niche is we're gonna do life. Like we're gonna do life right
Yeah.
here in the studio.
Yeah.
And that can be religion, or that can be the razorbacks, or that can be entertainment, or it can just be parenting. Like me and Travis sit here and talk about. Like I'm a dad of a 21-year-old and a 12-year-old, and he's a dad of
A fuck ton of kids.
from
How many kids do you have?
I have 4 total. I have a 17-year-old. He lives in Central Arkansas with his mom.
Okay.
I have 12-year-old, which is my oldest daughter, a 10-year-old, and a 7-year-old.
Wow.
I have a lot of fucking kids.
I complain about having 2 kids.
2 different baby mamas, unfortunately.
I mean, but
I had one when I was 16.
we say that to
happens
say
to the
we
best
sit here
of
and
us.
talk about the stuff that happens parenting wise.
Yeah.
Even if it hasn't been on a podcast yet,
Yeah.
we'll compare some parenting stories. And be
We're
like, this
also
is what's
both
going on in
cheer
my life.
dads, so we deal with that shit show.
Yeah, you told me about the
No,
Florida.
How old
Fucking
are your
nuts.
kids?
I have a 8-year-old daughter named Adeline, and then my oldest daughter's 11.
They do softball, though, right? Is that right?
Whatever they want to do, it's soccer with one year, and basketball with the other, and then softball. And my oldest just made All-Stars last year.
Oh, sick.
I love her to death, but she didn't get in for her hitting. I'll say that. She was like probably 2 for 20 at the plate, but she's
Right.
a hell of a defender.
So
Hell yeah, that'll work.
so travel.
She's the Jordan Walsh of softball, is that right?
Pretty much.
And we were gonna stay away from Jordan Walsh.
I'm not staying away. I'm fucking talking about it. That man, it wasn't even him. Dude,
I was
this
waiting for
guy
this. I
on
was waiting for
fucking
this.
Twitter, he just, I got bamboozled.
Travis,
I'm fucking
no, you
pissed.
got catfish. Travis
Bro.
got catfish on Twitter.
Yeah, that was a chick. I'd have
It
had,
was a girl?
no,
No.
if that was a chick, I would
it-
have had received the pictures, pulled my dick out, and then she would have been like,
Just
so
kidding.
how much were you gonna pay me? And I'm like, what? No, it's not really him. Well, at first I was like, Jordan Walsh is a dick. You know what I mean? Because I was asking about to be on the podcast, and then I was like, "Oh, well, that's interesting. Go fuck yourself. I'm not paying you shit.
Yeah.
I'll pay your way here, man, but I'm not fucking paying you to be on my podcast."
Well, you guys paid me like $5,000.
well, that's fair, but we're low key.
I don't think I was supposed to know that.
Oh, no, I was, yeah.
It was drug money anyway.
No,
It's
no,
fine.
no.
It's fine. Cash isn't real. It's fine.
But all that to say, no, I forgot what we were going.
No, I'll fucking finish what I started.
With the wall stuff.
Yeah, I have pictures of this shit, and I'll put them like, you know what? I'm gonna go here and here or something like that. And like, once I did that, I looked at the follower count and I was like, God dang it. Yeah, dang it.
Easy to do, man.
Yeah.
It's easy to do.
Dude, same profile picture, same bio. The dude's bio is Jordan Walsh's booking agent. And I was like, fuck these people.
I'm telling you, man.
Oh my God.
I've had people, it's been a while, but I've had people like in my DMs and they're like, hey, and it's like someone who I think is like someone with a lot of followers and like, hey, I love your content. And I'll get that instant, the notification on my phone. I'm like, what? You open it up and then you look at the first thing I've learned to do is just go to the follower count.
That's a fair point, yeah.
Now you have like the verification, the blue check mark, which now you can hide, by the way.
Yeah.
They just released that.
We just got our blue check mark like yesterday.
Yeah. My email that's associated with my Twitter account, I don't even know the password to it, so I couldn't get blue check marked if I wanted to.
So Ty's like, I hope I get hacked so I can get back into this motherfucker someday.
Really. If anybody hacks that, I'm screwed. Like I don't know the password to it. So
How do you get into it?
It's auto saved, I bet.
It never has asked me to confirm anything.
But I mean, on your phone?
What do you mean on my? What do you mean?
Is that where you're doing your Twitter?
Yeah.
But you can get your password right out of your phone.
I just don't fuck with it because I'm worried I'm gonna.
I'm
mess
just saying
it up.
you can get your password out of your phone.
Yeah.
Like go to the iPhone passwords in the settings.
Oh yeah.
Oh, but it's not.
It's pre-stored.
Isn't it all?
for you.
Isn't it all start out and shit?
It's all
though?
start out, but there's an eyeball, and if you tap the eyeball, it'll show you the password.
Oh, well, maybe. I mean.
So yeah, off camera, we'll do that with you.
You know what's gonna happen? Your password's gonna come out at a fucking midnight yell in Texas.
Yeah.
We'll drink some Colty
Make sure
fucking
the
Kool-Aid.
camera behind him gets his password when we show him.
Yeah, for sure.
That way we can fuck with him. when he's
Yeah.
there.
There you go. You can mess with
I'm gonna tweet so many pictures of my balls.
I have such a love-hate relationship with Twitter. Like, I love that Elon Musk took it. I love that Elon took it.
I think the rename was
Absolutely.
fucking weird.
It's stupid.
Okay.
It makes no sense.
We went into this last
Here's
week a
why-
little bit.
Yeah.
Here's why it doesn't make sense now that it's been a week since we talked about it. I went in to find somebody and I was like X and this person, and it came back with
Doesn't
it
he
came
have
back
a
with all the
kid named
collaborations.
some weird name?
no like so it was a celebrity. And it was like celebrity X celebrity because I was trying to find. Oh, I remember what it was now.
Ex-celebrity.
What's her name that just lost like 500,000 Instagram followers?
Oh, Doja Cat.
Doja Cat.
I saw that
So
today.
I type X Doja Cat to find her Twitter profile.
Yeah.
Right. And what it did was pulled up Doja Cat X Justin Bieber, a song they did together. Doja Cat X so and so song, because it couldn't understand that I was looking for the X
Twitter.
the X profile, the Twitter profile. Because he renamed it X. And so X has a whole different meaning when you Google search. So it fucked up everything.
Yeah. I think it's a weird
just
thing.
wanted
But you type X in my phone, shit's gonna get fucked up.
Oh,
No, it's only when you type 3 X's, Travis.
speaking of, I was going to talk about this. Actually, I thought about this morning. Let's not lie here.
Pornhub.
Pornhub. If you go to any porn site now, you have to register with your license.
Any porn site?
I think so.
Oh,
I know
shit.
nothing about any of this.
Oh, I don't
no
either.
Lies.
Tim
I
apparently
do
No
not,
lies, man.
I do not look at this
Bro, I
stuff.
jerk off like I'm getting
No.
paid for it.
Listen,
What's wrong with you guys?
listen.
I'm married, motherfucker.
We did talk about this before or after the podcast the other day. But the truth is, like, yes, you're
Guy's gonna
married.
piss himself.
No.
Oh my god.
My bad. I didn't mean to pop you, dog.
Is it just Pornhub or is it all?
It's a
Dude,
state law.
I never
It
went to
is a state
Pornhub
law.
anyway.
It's not a state law at Pornhub. It's a state law at all porn.
So I thought maybe this was like some kind of weird agreement. No, that makes more sense.
So what happened? Because I know. Yeah. I did some research.
Travis knows. He went to every porn site that he normally logs into.
I went to all of them. They're my favorites. You ever favorited a porn video?
Travis
Fucked up.
Travis also
watch
went
it
to a
again?
hotel and tried it on the hotel TV
See,
also, just to
you
be
see
sure.
a porn video that's so good, you save that shit for later. I've done that. Like, I'm gonna need that
my
someday.
God.
Yeah, you
Bro.
You better clip the shit out of that. That's all I gotta
No,
say.
he'll leave it. He'll
No,
leave
you
it
mean
for sure.
clip it, like make it. We have to make value of this.
He's actually like, Travis is actually like, what Ty means is go to a porn site and actually put it on the podcast. No, that's not what he means, Travis. That's not what he means.
Yeah,
No, so what I did read about the law for real
Yeah.
is that you have to get your age verified,
Okay.
or something like that. And Pornhub was like, "Fuck you, we're not
Okay.
doing that," and they just cut the whole state off, which is crazy. But I guess it's simple because it's just IP addresses, right?
So, but you do have to put in your license, right?
I mean, so they don't even give you the option. Let's try it.
Oh shit.
Travis is gonna try right
Hell
now.
yeah, I'm gonna try it.
Here's
all I gotta do is
I'm
type.
asking the same question because
Yeah.
I know.
All I gotta do is type P, motherfucker. It's coming up.
I
Phones
can
are
honestly God
snitches.
say I would not know except for Travis that the law even passed.
Okay,
Well-
you want me to read this because it's long?
No.
Well, just like
Look, they got
highlights.
this random ass chick right here. It's like
look
a
at
whole
that.
thing. They wrote a fucking memoir about it.
So here's my thing, though. The way the law is structured, that's what they want to do. They want you to have to put your license in before you look at any kind of adult content.
It's not to track you.
Okay.
It's to verify that you're an adult.
Yeah,
But they're gonna track the shit out of you.
I don't hate that kind of because like if you think about it, when we were kids, it was like must be 18 to enter. It's like, are you 18? You're like, yeah.
Yeah.
Boom. That's all it
But
fucking
that's-
took.
But that's today with alcohol. Look, I'm in the industry. That's
Yeah.
today with alcohol. Go to any alcohol website.
Oh, yeah,
All
you
it
gotta
says is,
put it in.
"Are you 21?" Yes.
Yeah.
But it's a website.
You
know.
could be 10.
But
you
it's
could
like
be 10.
it'd be like being able to
Yes.
buy alcohol.
But you're shopping for alcohol, though, right?
because you know
No,
this-
just to go to the website. Just
Yeah.
like
You know how
you
many
can
high
go to our
schoolers-
MPL website right now,
Uh-huh.
and it will automatically ask you, "Are you 21 or older?" Just to look at what products we make.
Yeah.
Because if
But
you
like-
hear the brand, if you hear the company, like our company's MPL brands,
Yeah.
it's not Doughball, it's not Rancho La Gloria, it's MPL brands. So you go to MPL brands, you're like, what all do they make? I want to support these guys. Are you over 21? Yeah. I am. I could be 10. I still am going to click yes
think-
because nobody in their right mind, even
Yeah.
a child,
Yeah.
is going to click no.
especially
Right.
somebody ready to jerk off. You're not gonna click no on that motherfucker.
My issue though is if it's from the state, like
Yeah.
that's I don't know. Why does the state need to do that anyways?
I mean,
Like I'm not gonna lie. Like I don't talk about my politics, but I am very much
because Sarah
libertarian.
Sanders wants in your business.
Maybe I don't know. I don't have this. I don't have this hatred of Sarah Sanders that everyone.
I don't
has.
hate her
I
or
didn't
like
vo-
her. I don't even know anything about her.
Yeah, I don't.
Yes,
either.
I'm the same.
I didn't vote for her. I just like I didn't vote red or blue. I haven't voted red or blue in probably I don't know how long. It's usually like a libertarian candidate. It's usually who I find myself voting for.
right?
Because they
I
want.
voted for Kanye, so
Yeah, I would have voted for Kanye. To hell with it. To hell with it. You know, I mean, it's all a circus, anyways.
you're like, well, at least he has an excuse. He's
I mean,
fucking bipolar.
libertarian makes sense for the South. Republican doesn't. Libertarian does.
Yeah.
Because most of the South feels like this. Leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah.
Stay out of my business. And don't push shit down on me.
Yeah.
And that's the libertarian viewpoint.
It is.
Really.
At
You
the
know how
end
the
of the day.
world is so set up because there's only red and blue states. There's not.
telling
so
you.
There's no other color, right?
Yeah.
Libertarian, like there's a white state. Red,
white, and blue.
People be like, that's racist.
Yeah, I've gone to like live. Like I have friends that I had someone approach me about doing a political podcast, doing like libertarian stuff. I'm like, look, I'm not even libertarian, but I do agree with a lot of your platform. But you know what? I also agree with Democrats and Republicans from time to time too.
I just want the government to make sure our country, holy. where'd we
Sorry,
go?
I'm trying to turn my headphones up,
Okay.
and I think I just cranked yours.
No, it went way down. I couldn't hear a thing.
Okay, you should be good now.
I'm good now.
My bad.
you sound fine on mine.
I just want the government.
I know which one yours are.
I just want the government to make sure that our country functions.
Mm-hmm.
Like, make the country function.
Right.
And then the rest of it, go fuck yourselves.
Yeah.
All of you fucking liars. All of you liars, you're Republicans, Democrats, all of you are a bunch of liars. Go fuck yourselves.
Yeah.
Just make sure the country runs.
I think the
and then
crazy
leave
thing,
me alone.
the craziest thing for me about like the nominees, the people who get nominated.
That's okay. I,
Little
I,
sippy.
Travis is on Pornhub.
I called
now
you-
he's like, everybody who's on their knees. I mean, nominees.
I called your tequila coaster a tequila
Whoopsie.
coaster earlier.
That's fair.
Don't
That's
feel,
fair.
Don't feel too bad. I had a
Anyway,
moment.
well, all the thing about the nominees is like we don't get a choice on that shit.
No?
So like usually when you're actually voting for president, you're like, well,
What's the lesser of two
I guess
evils?
exactly. I guess that'll work. This guy's an idiot.
Yeah.
So that's how you end up voting for Trump last year. Like, you know what I mean? I was like,
A lot of people voted Trump because they
mean,
didn't want Hillary.
I voted
I
Trump.
mean, here's the deal.
I
Like,
voted
you get
Trump because of
7
the,
candidates and you've never heard of 8 of.
Yeah.
You get 7 and you've never heard of 8 of them.
Yeah.
You get 7 and you've never heard of 5 of them.
Yeah.
If I had
You've
two
heard
votes,
of the Democrat, you've heard of the Republican, and the other 5. You're like, who the fuck is that? I'm not voting for you because I don't even know who you are.
Yeah.
because you don't have the money to make you know who he is. You know what I mean?
And what's
Right.
messed up too is like when like leaving candidates off the ballots.
Yeah.
Like what? How can they do that?
Yeah,
How can
Kanye
you,
got left off a bunch of ballots.
It's because they're Russian. That's why.
yeah. That I guess I could kind of understand the whole Kanye thing, but you can also write in. I get it. You know, you can write in your candidate, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm feeling like pretty good.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm sitting here pretty tore up.
I didn't want Kanye anyway. Just being honest.
Dude, no, you don't want Conway.
Listen-
Jesus. No, you don't want Kanye running the fucking country. Are you kidding me? Of course I didn't vote for Jesus. Of course, I keep wanting to say Conway. I'm Central Arkansas guy.
Conway Twitty.
Of course I didn't vote for fucking
real.
Kanye. No, I don't want him, this bipolar ass. He's like a fucking meltdown. Could you imagine him like explaining politics and be like, explain to me how? Tell me, Sway. Tell me how.
Okay, but you say
but you didn't wrap it.
you say you don't want Kanye in with the bipolar or whatever.
Right.
They elected a geriatric, lost his mind. Like,
Keep your geriatric hands off my
listen.
beautiful mother.
and he called that guy. You remember when he called that guy Fats?
Fats.
Yeah. Like they were shit talking Trump about how mean he was or whatever. And you've got Biden out here calling people fat. Like I can only imagine. What if I asked a question? Well, listen here, Tubbo. Like
So Les,
savage.
But to be honest, even about Trump. I mean,
he's-
listen, our economy was roaring. Things were going well.
gas was
Yeah.
But dude-
$1.50 a gallon.
Yeah.
But dude, look, okay, you did what you did.
It's
to get
like there's a
elected.
pipeline they could build that would make the world run better or something.
Well, but wait, you did.
No comment.
You did what you did to get elected. But now that you're elected,
Yeah.
shut the fuck up. You don't have to keep the Twitter shit going.
Yeah.
Like, just make your policies and everybody's happy.
Hey man, I'd rather
You're
have a
talking
couple.
about Trump. You're talking about
Yeah.
I'm talking about Trump.
I'd rather
Okay,
have a
just
couple
shut the-
hurt fucking feelings
No, no,
than
no,
some
no,
good
no.
money.
No, but what I'm saying is, okay, everybody's complaint about Trump was he's a mean tweeter. Like he's a mean guy. Okay, Trump, you know how to fix that and get all the votes?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. Because all of your policies are working.
Yeah.
Our economy's roaring.
It was.
People are
Can't
happy.
deny that.
How much
Like,
of that
nobody
bottle's
can-
gone right now? We're getting pretty.
401k. 401k is good.
God. Whoa.
All right, gentlemen.
Well, there are 3 of us here, but still, that's quite impressive.
There's the logo.
Are you getting it on the camera?
Yeah, I'm making sure the camera sees.
Look
That
at that.
dough ball bottle is 2/3 gone.
Look at
Oh,
Yeah, thank
that.
you. Good hand there. You're like Vanna White.
Yo, did you guys hear about Vanna White going like, yo, if I don't get paid what Pat gets paid, I'm fucking out of here.
She wants to make what he made?
Yes, dude.
I mean, I love her, but does she
She's old as fuck now.
does she get that kind
She
of
doesn't
value?
look it.
Her titties are sad.
Oh,
Don't say that.
cut that out.
But
You know what, Ty? If that was full, I would have been happy about that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But she
My
doesn't.
bad.
But she doesn't
You
look
can
it.
tell. It's like
No, Vanna White is old and hot still.
She's
I'll grandma fuck the shit out of her. I don't care.
holy shit. Wow.
Oh my God. Okay. Well.
Hey,
Oh man.
just because you guys are scared to say it, I'll say it.
all that to say.
Smash.
No, I don't think Pat Sajak's doing it anymore, is he?
I have no
what
idea.
that-
He's like retiring after.
He's retiring, and she said, if you're going to replace him with somebody, I want money.
Okay.
Like, I've sat in the background for 50 years.
Yeah.
It's my turn to get paid. And you know what you can liken that to?
Yeah.
Michael Jordan. Because Michael Jordan was like, I brought you guys 4 championships. 4 on an average salary of $2 million a year. The last 2 years of his contract for the Bulls, $40 million. Because he was like, okay, here's the deal. All these guys coming up in the league, they're all getting paid, but I'm the greatest player right now. And that's Vanna White. She's like, look, you're going to replace Pat Sajak, the greatest game show host maybe in the last 20 years.
Yeah.
You're going to
Between
replace
him and Bob Barker, right?
I was going to say, how fucking old are we getting? Bob Barker, is he dead?
What was the Jeopardy guy?
He's gone, right?
Alex Trebek.
Alex Trebek.
yeah,
Alex Trebek,
Trebek.
Pat Sajak, Bob Barker.
Alex Trebek died.
And she's like, look, you're going to replace Pat Sajak. Then I want to fucking get paid if I'm going to stay here.
Yeah.
I don't blame her for that
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah. I don't blame her either. Oh.
Oh, look at this
almost a
fucking
fail.
guy.
Fuck you.
Look at this fucking guy.
In over an hour of podcast, I'm
And
knocked
drinking,
that thing over
too.
one time. I'm feeling good right now.
We're about an hour and a half in right now. We're doing good. This is good.
Yeah.
We're bonding.
Well, you were asking earlier, like, what else can we talk about? I was going to say, what about favorite Razorbacks?
Yes. I'm glad you said that.
And I'm curious where you two are at.
My favorite
I'm
Razorback
biased.
is me.
Okay.
Okay, give him the story, Tim.
Give me the story.
Here's a story that has not hit the podcast
Anything
world
yet.
yet.
Okay.
This will blow your mind.
Okay.
I am a former Lady Razorback.
Sorry.
I love it. Okay,
So wait a minute.
I love it. For real.
I've never laughed at that before.
So here's the story. No, here's the story.
This is delivery, bro.
1995. I know I did it on purpose to make him laugh.
I saw that.
Here's the story.
Oh, shit.
Here's the story. 1995. I graduated high school.
And you're 43?
45.
Okay, 45.
Yeah.
He's old
So
as
I had
fuck.
my high school sweetheart.
Okay.
Still friends with her today, but look, we had like engagement photos taken.
Bitch got you arrested,
We,
though.
we had engagement photos taken. Our life was destined to be together.
I
Yeah.
need water.
Got to college, went to U of A together, and in November we broke up.
Okay.
And I was like devastated. I was devastated. I was like, what do I do with my time now? I played basketball through high school, no other sports. I was like, what do I do with my time now? And U of A has a paper, Arkansas Traveler. It's the U of A paper.
They still have it to this day?
Yeah, it's still around. Yeah.
And so
I see them on Twitter. I guess they're.
I'm reading it looking for something to do on campus. I'm like, what do I do with my life? I just lost the love of my life. What do I do? And there was a little article. It's probably this big in the paper, and it said, looking for 5 guys to come play against the Lady Razorback basketball team as a practice squad.
And make us cheeseburgers.
Check your egos at the door.
Check your egos at the door.
75 guys showed up to this tryout, and I was one of the 5 guys who made the team.
Oh wow!
So I got to play against the Lady
Damn.
Razorbacks.
So you were technically like practice squad.
I was practice squad
That's
for Lady
awesome.
Razorbacks for 3 years. We went to the Final Four, lost to Tennessee.
Yeah,
in the
you
Final
had
Four.
Christy.
Christy Smith.
Yeah, she was my substitute teacher in
Kim
6th
Wilson.
grade.
We had Kim Wilson.
Yeah.
Treva Christensen, who I've maintained a friendship with for years. Celia Anderson, I've maintained a friendship with years. Celia's daughter's at Harvard now. She's an amazing kid. Like Celia's kid is like the story everybody wants their kid to be.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I did that. So I am a former Razorback.
Wow.
Yeah, so I
Crazy,
I mean, that's
if I
right.
chose
'cause
if I chose anybody else, that would be weird.
Yeah.
But really, like I am from the Todd Day, Lee Mayberry
Oh, yeah.
era and the Corliss Williamson era.
Yeah.
I probably somewhere between Todd Day and Corliss Williamson would be my favorite.
Yeah. Todd
Alex
Davis.
Dillard was freaking awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, there were some good ones.
All right.
Darren McFadden.
I'm biased. I went to high school with Darren, so
you're
of
gonna say
course
Darren.
he's my favorite. And he was a fucking bad. You know what?
Nothing wrong with Darren.
Dennis Johnson's close too.
Oh really?
God, did you see him? I
Oh,
posted a thing of him yesterday. That motherfucker. Okay, it's your all-time favorite.
I saw that post.
Probably D-Mac.
Yeah.
Mallett's up there.
Okay.
Not because he's dead,
yeah.
but just
Lies.
Mallett's. No, I swear, man. The whole Petrino era. See, that was when I first got into it. I was like, yo, the Razorbacks are good as fuck.
Yeah.
Ronnie Wingo.
Okay.
We used to watch him and go, Wingo!
Yep.
Every time he catch the ball, man.
His brother's a 5-star prospect.
Yep. I hope it's Ryan, right? Ryan Wingo?
Yes.
Yes.
I just thought
I'm
of
gonna
it.
probably say D-Mac.
So there briefly, when after I graduated college, Ron Brewer was working with Shiloh, and Ronnie Brewer
Oh yeah.
was
yeah,
around
yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
I ran into Ronnie at Theo's the other day, and it blew me away that he remembered me from 20 years ago. So I was like, oh my God, Ronnie, remember that.
So you know Ronnie Brewer, and
Ronnie
we just
Brewer
haven't had him on
is
our...
one of my favorite Razorbacks because he remembered me, and I was like, oh my God, that blows me away.
Well,
Did you
have
get
that,
his phone number?
No, but his mom and dad were in my parents' restaurant, which you're in Springdale, right?
Yeah.
So Neil's Cafe.
Oh yeah,
It's the oldest restaurant in Northwest Arkansas.
Tim's last name is Neil, bro.
Oh, that makes sense now. Yeah, I didn't put two and two together. I used to
restaurant
work with
in
your
Northwest
parents a
Arkansas.
little bit then
Oh,
because
really?
I worked at Sam's Club Marketing.
Oh, yeah.
And
Okay.
we used to drop by every once in a while to all the restaurants, and we were in Springdale all the time, whether it was Neil's or
They had my
Spring
dad come in
Street.
and talk to Sam's Club at one point. Tom Coughlin called my dad in to talk to the Sam's buying team at one point.
Oh, up at corporate. Yeah, I worked at corporate too for a little
he was
while.
he goes
I didn't
Don.
like it.
He was like, Don, why don't you buy from us anymore? We've tracked you used to buy from Sam's Club all the time, and
Yeah.
now you're not. What's going on?
Yeah, they track that stuff.
And my dad was like, well, here's the deal. I can either go to Sam's Club and pay more, or I can get these local distributors who are charging me less than you. And Tom Coughlin was like, what?
Yeah.
You come up and talk to my buying team about what prices you're getting from these people. I want to understand why we're not getting the best price. So
We didn't get beat out very much on cost, not often, because our competitor was it was always the big box people. What's the other one? America
Costco?
No, not Costco. Not around here, anyways.
No.
I forgot the name of the company now. It's been so long. But yeah, no, I probably talked to your parents. At
I'm
one
sure you
point.
did.
That's pretty cool. I would say if we're doing favorite Razorbacks, and you'll probably, I mean, since he's a little bit younger, and
He's going to say Quinn Grovey.
no. I like Quinn. Quinn was it, man.
He
When I
was
was
so
little.
before me.
Okay, go far back. Let's hear it.
It's not that far back. It's really
Quinn
not.
Grovey's an announcer to me.
Anyone who's watching this, who watches my show, knows where I'm going with this. It's number 9. It's Matt Jones.
Oh, Matt Jones.
I forgot about Matt Jones.
Matt Jones, like I watched him on TV, right?
He made shit happen.
Yeah, and he didn't look as fast as he really was.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've always heard that about Matt
And
Jones.
I watched him in person. He finally, they had a home game, and Matt was announced as the starting quarterback. I'd never seen anything like that. I mean, this 6'6", 200. I think at the time he was probably like 215. He was a beanpole. I'd never seen anything like that. He had like 3 different speeds.
I am sad I missed the Matt Jones era.
Oh
The
my
problem
gosh.
with Matt Jones, this is what they said.
Miracle on Markham, all that shit. I missed all that shit.
No,
man.
this is what they said was the problem with Matt Jones. He was a gamer.
Mm-hmm.
He practiced like shit. He was
Well,
terrible.
they
he
say
was
that
terrible
about
in practice.
I hear that about KJ too. Like, some
I can
people
tell
on the
you
team.
from firsthand experience, KJ does not look half interested sometimes.
He probably doesn't give a fuck.
But
I hated practice when I played football.
Enos, I noticed I know we're more on Matt Jones, but one thing I have noticed is Enos is really engaged with KJ.
Really? And
Like-
Bryles is like, whatever.
I think KJ from the interviews, I don't know. And look, we want KJ on the show because I want to destroy him at Madden.
He plays Madden,
I
right?
heard he's good.
Supposedly
I heard
he's
he's
really
good.
good at Madden.
And I want to smoke him. So
We're gonna fucking set up screens.
If I ever get a chance, listen, I'm
let him
hoping.
know there's someone that threw down the
I'm
gauntlet.
hoping. I'm hoping.
yeah, my boy said he's
I
gonna
get
fuck
close.
you up, bro.
I'm hoping I get close enough. I briefly talked to him last year in the media room for like 10 seconds.
No,
Maybe I'll pass it along. Hey, man, I know these guys.
Here's the
they got
deal.
a podcast.
I've said before, like, I'm not that good. If he's really good, like, I'm ranked.
Yeah.
I'm ranked.
Oh,
You better
And I'm
get
not gonna
KJ
tell
on
where
your
I'm ranked.
podcast before you
And
get him on ours.
And I'm not going to tell where I'm ranked at, but I'm ranked. And so I'm like, okay.
He's ranked in the millions.
If I could play KJ, I'll probably lose if he plays a lot
Yeah.
because he knows a lot of football, but I know Madden.
I mean, if you think
I would
about-
love to play him and have him on the podcast and just talk.
If you think about KJ,
Let's just be like, dude, we
even
love
when
you.
he's not playing Madden, he's fucking playing Madden.
He knows. He knows
the
football.
plays.
And I'm telling you that for all that people say it doesn't matter in video games, it does.
Oh,
if you
yeah.
understand football, it matters.
Yeah, just click buttons and hope for the best.
I know that's. Why
I'm like fucking.
That's how he plays Fortnite too.
I'm like BYU.
Oh, we were going to talk. That was the other thing, too. You wanted to talk about games.
Yeah,
I'd mentioned Diablo 4. And you
Oh
were like,
yeah,
we got to talk about that.
I don't know shit about Diablo 4 at all.
Tell us
So,
about your
yes.
game. Tell us about your gamer life and why you're not doing a gamer streaming.
Clearly, there's 4 of these games, so they're fucking cool.
Well, like, my first online game ever was Diablo 1.
Hit me again.
It was Diablo 1, man. And what people would do.
It's a
and
computer game. I'm sorry. to
Yeah,
cut you
this
off.
was
Okay.
1990. when I started playing, it was like 98.
Man,
I remember seeing that game.
It'd been around. It'd been around for a couple of years. A lot of parents didn't want their kids playing it
because it says devil.
Yeah, it says literally has Diablo on the cover or whatever.
That's Mexican for devil.
I'm surprised my dad let me play it. To this day, I'm shocked by that. But
your dad, wait, your dad wouldn't let you. Watch fucking Snatch, but he'd let you play Diablo.
I don't know if I may have snuck it.
Maybe he's just like, I don't speak Spanish.
I get it because my parents were the parents who were like, look, we don't know anything about computer. I could have done Pornhub as a 12-year-old because my parents were like, we don't know anything about computers.
Dude, if they had
You're the only person in
that was probably it because I'm still helping him with his iPhone to this day.
Right. Same.
So that's probably what it is. But yeah, no, Diablo 1 was online. It was the first multiplayer I'd ever played, and it was it was so cool. And then Diablo 2 to me is like one of the greatest games of all time.
Yeah.
And it was a PC. I think now it's like they've redone it, and now you can play it on console, but back in the day it was a PC exclusive. Diablo 3 is okay. Diablo 4, it's just like me, my buddy Duke. And he's a diehard Hog fan, but he's the most pessimistic Hog fan you've ever met in your life. And
I know some of those on Twitter.
Yeah,
I'm just like, oh, fuck
he
off.
would fit.
I thought you were about to say
in.
that to me.
He would fit. He would. I love Duke to death, man. He was the best man at my wedding. I do. I love Duke, but man, he's so pessimistic. But it's me, him, his wife Brittany plays, and then another friend of ours that we worked with at Sam's Club named Zach.
Oh, sick.
And we play the shit out of it together. And it's so fun, man. Like I'll get hammered some nights, drinking rum or whiskey or whatever, and just get drunk and play. It's so fun.
We like to get pissed drunk and get on Fortnite and play with our friend Grayson.
I've heard you guys talk about
my friend Grayson is so serious because he's really fucking good.
Yeah. Have you talked to him lately?
No.
Just pause for 1 second. Don't break. But before you get into the story, he is now ranked number 60 in the world.
Whoa.
What? In duos. Like him and I play duos, but he plays duos with a lot of people.
Oh my god!
And so if you go out to the tracker and look at the rankings, he's ranked number 60.
Wow!
Damn,
like,
bro!
Why are you not streaming?
Yeah,
what's wrong with you?
I don't play ranked games because they're hard.
People like that. If you've got you don't even have to have a personality. If you just upload
he does have a personality.
He does.
Yeah, no, he's awesome, dude.
He's
I told him 100 times to stream. I'm like, dude, you're so good at this game.
He'd kill it. But I don't do gaming content because I'm not that passionate about it.
Fair.
Like I do, like I am a nerd. Like Baldur's Gate 3 just came out, and I am so stoked for that. And when I have time to play it, I'm a nerd. Dude, behind me, if you watch my live show, if you watch the show, I literally have those pop vinyl things. Of the Ninja Turtles.
Dude, I have 3 real life lightsabers inside.
Okay,
No, I'm going to show you them.
Yeah, those things up there. Yeah,
I know you're a Star Wars guy.
Yeah, I am.
So I took my kids to Disney, not last year, but the year before.
I think you told me about
that.
Yeah,
they're fucking. I gotta change the batteries in these bastards.
Wow.
But dude, they light up and they're like heavy.
You did, yeah.
Yeah.
You sent me pictures. I remember that now. Yeah.
I remember that shit. Yeah. I was at the resort and sent you pictures of the lightsabers. I knew you were a Star Wars guy.
I think you had just come on as a sponsor. I think.
Yeah.
Newsflash: he's a sponsor of Tusk Talk.
Turns out, I was a multiple one, but
Yeah, you were the first.
Hey, you're the only. God dang.
You're for sure.
No, man, I'm glad you got Odd Soul on, man. Odd Soul, I went in there for the first time the other day. It was fucking awesome.
I love the Odd Soul.
Their pizza is amazing.
I keep hearing about their calzones. I've never had one.
I haven't had a calzone, but I ate pizza. I ate some pepperoni pizza, and I was getting fucked up in there.
What am I hearing?
It's on Emma Street.
Plug them, bro. It's fine. Yeah.
You don't mind?
No,
okay.
no.
I probably should have.
If you eat anywhere in Springdale besides Neil's, you're out of here.
We love Neil's, dude.
I'm just kidding. No, I'm just
Neil's
kidding.
Is good. Neil's is good.
Odd Soul, I've never heard of this.
They're good. Nick is the owner. Good guy. I like Nick a lot. I don't know how long exactly they've been around on Emma Street. It seems like forever, but yeah, they're rocking and rolling. It's a great environment.
It is. Cool. It's cool.
Like when you're in there, I did a post game show in there. And they had the Auburn-Arkansas game. Of course, Arkansas, lost that game.
Fuck, I was mad about that game.
Yeah,
I was at Fast Lanes that day. I was pissed.
There was, but it was awesome. Like it's a great like game day environment in there. Now don't get me wrong, you get your casuals in there. I think like people that are just there to eat the food, not watch sports. But they've got TVs on every dadgum wall at the bar. Over on their like kind of it is like. It's a diagonal kind of like room. Like there's it's not like huge amount of space, but It is. It's awesome. It's the food there is great.
You know what was crazy? I was at the comedy show. I went to my first comedy show at the Grove.
Oh yeah.
Last week. Is last week? Yes. No, last weekend, right? No, last week when we hung out. When did we hang out also? It was the same day.
Oh, okay.
I'm kind of fucked up.
I am too. No, I am too. My mind's like.
I think
like
it was. So it was. You know what? It was last Friday.
It was Friday. Yeah,
Last Friday.
yeah. It was
Okay.
Friday night. Okay.
So
yeah.
I went in and I'm sitting next to the people next to me, and I'm getting fucked up because I drank 4 of those tall whatever the fucks.
Yeah.
And I got fucked up like a football bat. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm sitting next to the guy, and he's like, "Hey man, we're going to fucking Odd Soul after this. Y'all want to come get fucked up?" And I
was that the guy that was with you then?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, not Matthew. It was some other guy.
Do you know Matthew?
Yeah, he knows Matthew.
Okay.
He's in the circle.
Okay.
But
I'm in the
no,
circle
this
of
was
trust.
some random dude in the circle of trust. It's a circle.
What? I thought we were in the circle.
Yeah. No, Fokker. You're no longer in the circle of trust. God damn it! Now
Sorry.
you fucked me.
They wanted you to go to Odd Soul.
Okay.
Go on.
Okay. Yeah. So they said they were going to Odd Soul and they had really good whiskeys and shit like that. And I was like,
Yeah, they do.
you know what? My buddy, they sponsor my buddy Ty. I'm fucking in.
Yeah.
So I went and hung out with a random person because of your podcast. Thanks, man.
Here's the question.
Yeah.
Do they carry dough ball?
I don't know.
If
Yeah,
they
I
have
don't
good
know either.
whiskeys, do they carry
Well, they
dough
do a lot of local.
point.
They have local IPAs.
Lot
I
of-
actually
yeah, a
did.
lot of
I
beers.
I did
Speak on this,
the.
yeah.
I did an interview with Black Apple, like the co-founder.
Yeah.
Inside Odd Soul. How cool that was for them to facilitate that at the Odd Soul. But he's a really cool guy. I need to have him back on. He's a diehard Hog fan. Like he knew. I was shocked at how much he really knew about Razorback Sports. Because I mean, come on, he's a co-founder of Black Apple. Like. You know, you think they're wrapped in business. This guy kind of struck me as like a laid back, like, yeah, man. Yeah.
Laid
Let's
back.
talk about the Razorbacks.
My
And we're
mind
doing.
on my money and my money on the Hogs.
Yeah, well, he certainly did. And he's got a great product. I like Black Apple, by the way.
I do too, by the way.
Their ciders are so good, man.
Wait,
So
wait.
we're all about having a drink. So we started this podcast.
Oh
we
my
started this
gosh.
podcast with this in mind. Here's the deal.
Okay.
I worked at a distributor before I work where
I was
work
going to
now.
ask you exactly what you do in this industry. I was going
He
to
sells meth.
Well, no. So I worked at a distributor first, and I'm like,
deadpan.
Hey, sorry, Heisenberg, you're out.
so I worked in the distributor before I am where I am now.
Okay, and what do you do now?
So I work
Meth.
for a supplier. Oh my god.
I'm drunk and annoying. I apologize.
Yes, you're annoying. Shut the fuck up. Okay, so I work
Okay.
for a supplier now. So
Okay.
the way that it works in our industry is I can't sell directly to retailers.
Okay.
I have to have an in-between person.
Like a
Since
proxy.
Prohibition. So I have,
Really?
I have to have a distributor.
Okay.
So I have distributors in every state around the country.
Okay. All right.
So I can go and talk to like a Walmart, which is my main job.
Might as well.
To talk to a Walmart and say, here's what we have.
Are we going to blink that name?
No.
Okay.
Here's what we have. Here's what we want to do, and this is why. And I show them all the analytics behind it.
Yeah.
And then ask them to take our products. But before I did that, I worked for a distributor, so I was that in-between guy.
Yeah.
So I would all the time reach out to my different states, and I'd be like, hey, you guys carry this. Send me a sample bottle. Hey, you guys carry that. Send me a... So I have like 200 bottles of alcohol at my house. And I'm not going to drink all of it. Some of it I don't even know if I would like.
Yeah.
So I'm like, Travis, you know what we should do? We should make a podcast where we sit down and take a bottle of something. And we drink through it while we talk. We'll talk about the alcohol because ultimately the goal here is to get people to send us new shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, say less, dog.
Yeah, he was for real. Like, here's the deal. I want Chopin Vodka to send me a bottle of Chopin Vera Wang vodka, right? I want them to send that to me. And then we're going to sit here and talk about it. And then whatever else comes up when we start feeling it.
Yeah.
Because anything could come up. It could be the
Kinda like
Razorbacks.
now.
Kinda
It could
like
be
now.
could be gaming, could be politics or religion or whatever. Everything we've covered on today's podcast,
Yeah.
it could be that.
Yeah.
But we want people to start sending us stuff, and we will talk about whatever you send us.
And we'll be intoxicated.
And we'll be
Like that.
so the original
Yeah.
so the original name of this podcast was Talking While Intoxicated.
It sure was.
That's awesome. I mean, I like this name, but that's a
Well,
pretty
we
good
didn't
name.
want to put ourselves in an alcohol.
It put us in a box.
Because there's some days.
it
There's
does,
some days
yeah.
where like we might not drink. You know what I mean?
Like
Or we'll do
like
something
Malort.
else. Yeah.
Well, like Malort Day.
Yeah.
We're not drinking that bottle. of Malort.
Well, I mean, you could just have like a beer.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
And
not
if
get
you
too
notice,
drunk.
Travis did. Like he went from Malort to Mick Ultra.
Oh, I drank like
that.
I drank like 3 Mick Ultras before that shit. That was-
So, but we want to be able to talk about alcohol, and I want to be able to try some of this stuff without being obligated to the bottle.
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
that's
get
where
that.
this podcast actually came from. And then it's become, hey, if we can bring Ty on and talk about Razorbacks, let's do it. If we
Yeah.
could-
The
if we could bring-
Razorbacks haven't really come.
Not really. You know,
It's been, like,
surprisingly.
everything but.
Surprisingly.
I fully thought, I was telling somebody, I was like, yeah, I'm going to go on a podcast or whatever, and I think we're going to drink. And they're like, oh, well, you're going to talk a lot about the hogs because that's what you cover.
Ish.
And I was like, yeah, I think so. It's probably going to be
or
a lot
whatever
of
else.
Yeah.
That's
But
what we
I
do.
I told them because I sent them one of the videos. I said, well, they're kind of they talk about everything,
Everything.
like anything under the sun.
That was the thing, the biggest thing. We didn't want to put
got a
ourselves in
half
a
shot.
box to be like,
Well,
I mean, that's a pretty healthy fucking shot.
take it from somebody who does literally only cover one thing. I am in a box. I can't
Yeah.
really. I can't branch out, and
And that sucks, I feel, a little bit.
it does. And it's why I did the whole idea behind Tyzilla 83 was going to be gaming, entertainment.
Okay, can you slow that down? Because that's twice you've said it, and I'm like, Ty's a lady.
Tyzilla.
Oh, sorry. And now I'm slurring.
I'm like,
like
Ty,
Godzilla.
Ty's a lady.
Ty.
Tyzilla. It's a
Ty's a
Tyzilla.
lady.
Yeah, Tyzilla.
Tyzilla,
TYZ.
okay.
Let's see if I can do this.
Oh, yeah.
TYZILLA.
Ty.
83.
Are you
now? People are going to hear this. They're going to go look up those shitty videos.
Are you interested in saying the alphabet backwards?
I was about to bring that up.
I can't do that sober. So
I can't either. We were talking about that last week. I was like, it is so hard. I was like, that's the most fucked up thing they do to drunk people.
I can't walk straight.
Come
I'm
on.
too fat to walk straight.
Both of you for real?
I've seen
It's
fatter
not
people,
that hard
bro.
to do. Look, it's not that hard to
I
do.
mean,
I've seen fatter
you're not
people
like
do exist.
you're not belly hanging to your knees. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you're like
Real.
you're fucking though. You know what I'm saying?
Your boy at Black Apple, I didn't think about this, but I was wearing that army green shirt. And he was like, "Are you in the military?" And I was like, "Surely this guy's fucking around."
Bro
because-
was
That's
drunk.
somebody who doesn't
I am-
realize the military has weight standards. Like,
yeah, I'm like,
I
dude,
would
I'm
never
too fat.
make it. No.
Now he was intoxicated, to be
Super
fair.
intoxicated.
But I was like, even drunk, like, how could you? Like, I'm fat. I'm too fat for the military, and I'm old. I'm
well, maybe
40.
he thought you were retired.
It could have been.
A lot of people to get
I
out.
took it as a compliment. I mean, I
Yeah.
really did. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. But I had never thought of it that way. Like, oh shit, this does look like army
Did
green.
he- did
So
you
now
ever
I'm never
try it?
gonna wear that shirt again.
You had on a fucking
Did you ever
teal
try
shirt.
it?
Try what?
The military.
So true story. I signed up. Sergeant Matheson in the mall, the NWA mall, big stocky black dude, talked me into it. This was 03. We're fresh in Afghanistan. I was like, all right, fuck it, I'll take my ASVAB. The night before, true story, my buddy Daniel Goad, shout out Daniel if you're watching this. I stayed the night with him and his wife. He got married young in West Fork. And where you take the ASVAB is right next to the Fayetteville Airport. It's this little building next to where my dad worked at Kearney Cooper. I got fucking toasted that night before. I got hammered. I went in. I know they could smell it on my breath. I still felt a little drunk when I took the ASVAB. I took it and they never called me back. Wow. And my wife, and a couple years later after I got married, because I got married young. I got married in 06. I was 22. I thought about doing it again. I was like, I'm gonna try again. Fuck it. I don't have a future. I don't know what I'm doing with my life.
Right.
And my wife was like, no, you're not doing it. I know you tried before. I don't want you to do it. You know, we want to start a family and everything eventually. So
I only asked because I only know about the weight requirements because my son.
then I could have qualified. Then
well, because my son
and I'm
tried.
old.
My son tried for the Marines.
Oh,
and
yeah.
he comes home and he's like, "Dad, I've got to lose 20 pounds."
Yeah.
Dude,
Cam?
my son is 6'6'1",
Mm-hmm.
6 foot and a half.
Fucking $150 wet.
No, and
He
he
needed
was
to gain
literally
weight.
195, and they're like, you need to lose 10 to 15 pounds.
Wow.
And I'm like, you're skin and bones as it is, because in my head, I'm looking at like Bad Boys 2.
Right.
where they had all the Marines helping them out in Cuba. And I'm like, these dudes are jacked.
But they're Cuban.
My son is not jacked. He's not muscular, but he's 6'1.5", 195 pounds. Like, you need to get down to 180 before you can join the Marines. And I'm like, oh my God, you'll be nothing. The wind will blow you away.
I remember when Sergeant I think I'm pronouncing that right, Matheson, he was in the mall. Of course, that's where they grabbed me. And this dude's jacked. He's just this big black dude. He's huge. I liked him a lot. He was a cool guy. He had mentioned, like, yeah, you're going to take your ASVAB, and then eventually you'll go down to Little Rock for, is it MEPS or something? I don't know what.
MEPS, yeah.
Is that what it is?
Is it Little Rock? It's Kansas City now.
It was, I think it was Little Rock then, maybe?
Yeah, it's
maybe
Kansas
it was Kansas City.
for MEPS.
But they did, I think I remember stepping on a scale. And then I was, how old was I? 2003, 19. So I was, I'd lost weight. I hadn't played football, so I'd lost all my football weight. I didn't even finish football. Like, I stopped playing after going into my junior year. So I didn't have all that weight on me. But they never mentioned my weight, but I didn't get that far because they never called me after after my ASVAB.
You know what's crazy? When I was 18, I had just met my wife, but we weren't dating yet.
Yeah.
And I weighed 250, and I was like about the same height I am now. I thought I was 5'10" until the other day. Me and Tim measured. I'm pretty sure I'm 5'8".
I'm pretty sure you're 5'4".
Fuck you. My mom's 5'3", motherfucker. And I'm taller than her. Tower over her.
We stood back to back, and I'm like, nah.
But so they was like, you gotta lose a little weight. And I was like, I thought that was what boot camp was for.
Yeah. For real.
I'm not gonna lose weight to die.
No.
Yeah, they want
You have to lose weight till you get, and that was the deal. That was the deal with Cameron.
Yeah.
Like, to go to boot camp, they're like, okay, you've got 6 months to train with this local guy, the local recruiter. You train with him for 6 months, and then you go to boot camp.
Fuck off.
And then you lose another 10 to 15 pounds at boot camp before they build you back up.
Why you want me to get
damn.
so ripped just to go get possibly killed?
Yeah. Well, 03,
So
it was
you
like,
don't get killed.
I guess so. Yeah, it makes it.
03 was deep. Like, they were in.
Like, sir, you're too fat to run away.
Yeah, yeah, they would have been in like Afghanistan and was Iraq. Iraq was like
That was before you.
Yeah,
That was-
no, but the second
Iraq
time.
was before you, but Afghanistan would have made sense.
Well, yeah, but then didn't they go into Iraq in like 06? Didn't they? I mean, they invaded. We're drunk. I don't know.
No, you're right though. I believe it was 06 and 07 was a shit show.
Yeah,
Because I was
that was like when Fallujah and all that.
I was
stuff
about to join
happened.
because I thought I was gonna be a rapper for a long time.
Yeah.
You are a rapper.
I mean, yeah, but like I thought that was gonna be like my gig.
Hey, wait. Has Ty ever heard you?
I've never heard.
The internet, the podcast world has never heard you, and it's going to happen. But,
We'll do it, but we'll
maybe
do it-
not today.
No, I'll do it, but we'll have to do it in a different video just in case because I don't want to fuck something up.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
Like we could do it. No, I'll do it today. I don't care.
No, not today.
Today.
We're gonna do a whole episode about it.
But just I'm gonna rap the whole episode.
No, we're gonna pull up his old shit. Look,
Oh no.
he's not like 8
You're gonna embarrass the guy.
No,
Hey, you
listen,
know what? I can
listen.
actually play my
Hey,
music on this
hey,
and not get copyright strikes.
Hey, listen, everybody. Travis has like 8 albums.
Oh wow.
8.
He's a liar.
And most recently, Travis released a remaster album on Spotify.
Oh yeah.
I did.
That I inspired the.
Yeah, Tim named it.
I inspired the name of.
Oh yeah.
And it's really awesome for Arkansas people.
When we get done, I'll play it to you. I'll
wanna-
play it
I
to
wanna
you.
hear it.
It's
I wanna
really
hear it.
good, especially if you like rap. He's really good.
He's a
I
liar.
promote the fuck out of this dude, for real.
Man, I'm telling you, like, of course, my dad.
Travis banging.
My dad being an Ozzy Osbourne fan, of course, naturally, I love classic rock, or I like Black Sabbath, or all that stuff. But of course, Metallica, and then Korn and Slipknot,
Korn, fuck
all the metal stuff. But before all that, it was like rap.
Really?
Like 3 6 Mafia, NWA, Ice Cube, Dre, Snoop.
I think
Dude,
that's what's
Pac,
cool
Biggie.
about our age group. Like,
Yeah.
like
We have the mix.
We could go from one end of the spectrum.
We
to
really
the other.
can.
Like kids today don't do that.
Tim's on the spectrum.
It's on that.
Maybe for real.
That's messed up.
Maybe for real.
Hey,
Bro.
dude, I will tell you, man, our fucking like if you're 18 and you get in my truck and you listen to my playlist, you're gonna be more pissed off than like a T-Rex trying to tie his shoes. You know what I'm saying? This is like,
Well, Because the angry metal music, or
Well, just all of it. It's such a random array of music, and I even listen to a lot of like sad shit, a lot of sad shit.
Oh, yeah?
I don't even know why.
Travis is emo.
you don't
just
strike me
into
as
it.
someone who watches
No,
this.
bro, you should see my playlist.
Travis is an emo 12-year-old girl.
Super. And I feel like maybe I just listen to all the sad shit because I'm never sad.
That's how he processes his feelings.
This motherfucker got a jersey for the Lady Razorbacks, and he called me an emo girl. This motherfucker.
Hey, don't knock the Lady Razorbacks, man.
They're called the Lady
They're legit.
Listen,
They're
he was
I think they should be called the Laserbacks.
he's a
I'm just
former
saying.
Razorback.
I
That's-
know.
That's more than we could ever.
Tim, we need your... Dude, do you have any jerseys?
No.
Fuck! Dude, I would shadowbox that shit. I would
I
shadowbox
would too
that
if I had them, but I don't.
Yeah.
But I am Facebook friends with almost all of them.
Then let's fucking interview some.
Oh, there you go.
We'll bring some in.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
You know Kim Wilson's in Springdale.
Who the fuck is Kim Wilson?
She's a ladybag.
On that team,
Yeah.
on that team, she was the sharpshooter.
Those
on
are
the,
hot.
On the
God
final,
damn.
on the Final Four team, she was
like
the sharpshooter.
So she was like the Pat Bradley?
Yeah, maybe.
The shooter.
The shooter.
Ooh, I'm going
The
to tell a
shooter.
Pat Bradley story. This is going to make all of Hog Twitter hate me. But
Let's do it.
But I'm used to it now because every episode I say something that makes Hog Twitter hate me.
Like
I
hog
do.
Twitter, like a bunch of people come after you?
No, they don't say anything to me at all. But everything I say is everything they're against. So,
Oh,
we know
so
what...
I'm gonna turn Hog Twitter against me for the third time in a row.
Okay.
Well, he did
That
call,
way,
he told
that
Jordan
way
Walsh
when they do
Baraka.
actually start watching us,
Yeah.
they'll be like, "This motherfucker, I hate him." Okay, so here's the deal.
Fuck that guy in
when
particular.
I was playing for the Lady Razorbacks, they have practice right after the men. So Pat Bradley's out there shooting. God, I hate this dude. I hate him. So I'm. It's 30 years later, and I hate this dude.
You don't
I'll
like
never
Pat
forget
Bradley?
it. I'll never forget it. He's out there shooting, and the women are about to come out to play. We're about to practice,
Yeah.
and he misses. And I'm like, "Hey, dude, I'll play you 1-on-1." So I've never backed down.
You
from fucking
challenged
challenge.
Pat Bradley to one-on-one.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, Pat Bradley, for all the great 3-point shooting, he provided a lot of great moments in Razorback sports, the 3-point shooting. But dude couldn't get an open shot without 2 screens. He's slow. He could hit any shot from anywhere if he had screens to get him the open shot, but he couldn't create a shot to save his life. So I'm out there, I'm like, I'm gonna challenge this motherfucker. So I'm
And
like,
he took it? He took
no,
the challenge?
fuck no.
Oh, I was going to
I
say.
That'd
said,
be
I said,
wonderful.
I'll play you 1-on-1. He goes, you can shag balls for me. I said, you can shag balls for your goddamn self. No thanks.
Wow.
Like, I don't respect you
That's,
at all. bro.
yeah, that's
there's-
kind
Now,
of a
he may not remember that because that was 1995, 96.
He might. I mean,
But
There's
I
a-
was just like, how dare you tell me to shag balls for you? Like, you ain't that good, bro.
Yeah.
Now, he was a great 3-point shooter.
Yeah.
He was great. I will never deny that. But dude couldn't create a shot. He couldn't pay the defense to let him create a shot. I'm sorry.
All right, better Razorback, Dusty Hannes or Pat Bradley?
Pat Bradley.
Better white boy Razorback shooter.
Pat Bradley.
Pat Bradley?
Pat Bradley, great
Yeah,
shooter. I'm not denying the
Yeah, I
shooting.
was just curious.
I'm not
Dusty
denying the
Hannes-
shooting.
Dusty
Dusty Hannes is pretty fucking good, dude. Yeah.
I'm not denying the shooting.
I would probably go Pat Bradley.
Pat Bradley.
See, that was before me. I'd never seen a fucking Pat Bradley game ever.
What was that?
Pat
90?
Bradley was the beneficiary of having Kareem Reed.
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
What?
Kareem Reed was the
What?
point.
I
Kareem
suck.
Reed was the point guard who made Pat Bradley look like he could play basketball. I'm sorry, but I'm just gonna say it
Because
because
that era. Oh man.
because it was like
I
he was
wish-
like
I
listen,
wish
he
I
was like
didn't miss all
Mark
that.
Price
Yeah.
or Steve Kerr or these guys that couldn't create their own damn shots, but who was it? JJ Redick who couldn't create their own damn shots. But they could make 3-point. He's like what?
I missed my mouth.
I'm kind of drunk. I'm not gonna lie.
These
Kinda,
guys,
yeah.
guys could make their
Hey.
3-pointers if they were left open.
Fine.
Like you never leave Steve Kerr open. You never left JJ Redick open. You never leave Pat Bradley open. But if he had to create a shot, you're fucked. Sorry, I'm saying it. I'm saying it, Pat. You may not remember me, but I'm saying it, bro.
Well, you did tell him you did shag his balls, which sounds super like suspect to me.
Speaking of
You know?
I'm
porn,
not shagging balls. for
Shag my
I don't-
balls.
Listen, I don't shag balls for nobody. I don't care who it is. I ain't shagging balls.
sounds
for nobody.
hilarious.
And Pat Bradley be like, you can
If you've
shag-
seen
like,
Austin
I'll play you
Powers.
1-on-1. I'll play you 1-on-1 any day. don't ever say to me like, you can shag my balls. You're not good enough
Dude,
to
there's
play me one-on-one, but you can shag my balls. Go fuck yourself.
There's someone in the NBA. He's a pro player. I saw it the other day. He's letting people play him one-on-one for $800.
What?
I don't. That's a fucking genius hustle, though.
Yeah.
Like he's like a famous. Oh man, I don't know. Like not Chris Bosh, but like somebody. Not John Moran either, but it's somebody up there. It's pretty fucking famous.
I will say this.
see
I
it?
did see this. There was a white guy. He's like a power forward, and he doesn't play for the NBA anymore, but he did some YouTube videos, and he was like, here's the deal, guys. Like, I wasn't a great NBA player, but I was in the league. So when you talk to me and you shit talk me on city league sports, you know, like, I'm way better than you. Like you can play me. I'm happy to play anybody in these city leagues, these outdoor basketball courts or whatever. I'm happy to play with anybody. But I was so much better to have made the league than you are to be playing on the blacktop just by yourself. Like he's like, it's night and day, and he shows video and he's like, you're like, okay, I don't remember you being good in the NBA, but yeah, you are way better than everybody stepping up to you.
Yeah.
Dude, I hate that my brain always turns off when we turn the mics on, the lights on. Because, like,
Or when you
does that
drink
ever happen
Double.
to you on your podcast? The fucking lights come on and the mics come on, and my brain just goes to shit.
What happens to me, and I love talking shop, by the way. That's like a whole other fucking. I can go on and on. But when someone asks me a question, I had someone not long ago in my live chat. I don't remember what they asked. Or what they had said, but I agreed to it, and I didn't realize till later what they said. I was like, "Oh, I was wrong," and I agreed to that guy's comment, and he was wrong, and I didn't realize it until after I was live. I make those kind of mistakes all the time.
6 fucking emails later.
Well, you know what's weird is I don't get the hate mail anymore. It's really strange since I've gone to a mostly online or a live stream setting.
Yeah.
I don't get those as much because the haters are just not willing. They really hate me. They don't want to watch my shit.
I got a great hater the other day.
You did? Really?
Yeah.
On this?
Yeah. On I made a short where Justin was tattooing me.
Oh.
And I was like, I got a
Aquaman.
tattoo from fucking Aquaman. Like, it's fucking around. Clearly, it's not
Yeah, I saw that.
Aquaman.
I saw that post.
Motherfucker got like 1.4 view, like thousand or whatever. 1.4 thousand.
That's
For like
pretty good.
1,400 views.
That's pretty good,
And
bro.
this
I'm telling
fucking
you.
guy comments on there and he goes, "Okay, Fat Albert," and I was like, so I literally commented back. I was like. Like initially, I was like, I'm not gonna respond to this cocksucker.
Yeah.
Then I was like, I am, motherfucker.
What'd you say back?
I said, nice burn, kid.
Nice burn, kid. Yeah.
Got me.
I
I just didn't want to be like, I'm working on it, motherfucker. Fuck you.
I used to get them. I used to get them a lot when I only did edited content.
What cocksuckers there are on the internet is insane.
You get filtered comments. You'll learn this when you start pumping them out. You'll get filtered comments that YouTube will filter on their own. Oh, I'm telling you, bro, I'm feeling it.
That's fucked up.
But you go back and you look at your filtered comment section. And I used to have this guy. And
See, I don't hold any comments. I fucking
well,
approve
YouTube
them all.
does it. YouTube does it.
It had it as an option, and I was like,
Yeah.
no,
Approve
approve
them
all.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
no,
So,
Okay.
like, yeah.
We don't read the comments not because we don't want people
That's
to
true.
comment.
That's true.
We don't want you to read them before you watch us.
Yeah,
You know?
right.
Like it might get it might
bring the
get
comments on, motherfucker.
it might get fucking unhinged in this motherfucker.
Yeah.
And we don't want you to read it and be like, it's almost like don't read the reviews.
Don't read
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, I learned 3 or 4 years ago, there's this guy by the name of Kick Science. Have you ever heard of him on Twitter? He's a Razorback fan.
Sounds familiar.
He's a Razorback fan. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't like you. Everyone is a racist now. Like,
Yes.
just having your own opinion, you're a racist.
Yeah.
This guy, and he's black, is a racist. This dude does not like white people. He doesn't like Musselmen. I looked at some of the stuff that
He's a Gary Anderson guy.
Mike Anderson.
Mike Anderson. Oh, wow.
He
Who the fuck is Gary? Oh, I went to high school with a guy named Gary Anderson. My bad.
yeah, but he'll only comment. Like I was reading some of his past comments because like, who is this guy? And I found him on Twitter. He was saying the most hateful stuff about white people, and I was like, "Damn,
Damn.
dude, this guy's a legit racist." But he called me a slack-jawed troglodyte, a racist redneck troglodyte, or something like that. And
He
I was like,
Googled that
Are
shit.
you?
No.
He Googled that shit.
No, I'm not a caveman. At least I don't think I am. But I was just kind of blown away by his comments. He just was coming at me. It was all over the Mike Anderson stuff.
Right, yeah.
It was all over because I was like, it's time for him to go. And I did catch some
I
heat
remember
for it.
when that happened, and I was like, yeah, he's right.
Yeah, he needed to go, and I caught a lot of heat for that, and he was one of them. And he goes by the same name on Twitter. He's been banned 2-3 different times on Twitter, but he keeps coming back. And I don't want to. Maybe he's not actually a racist. Maybe he's just doing it for clout. I don't know.
Probably.
But I mean, dude goes in hardcore and would just like fill up my filtered comment section, and it was like,
Yeah.
damn.
I wonder how many of the like comments that, especially post game, if I'm fucked up on your thing, are like held from me. Just I'm like, "Woo pig, motherfucking silly bitch."
Well,
Like-
if you swear, because my thinking was at the time, like I'm trying to draw in sponsors,
Jerry, yeah.
and I don't want. I know you don't care, but there might be some other sponsor out there who's like, I don't really like the swearing in the comment section, so I will. There were certain words that I did put as like, okay, don't say that. Like,
Yeah.
if you say that, it's just gonna filter. Like nobody can see it.
Right.
And that filled up within 3 weeks, man. I mean, it was just like page after page.
I mean,
You're like, don't say Texas A&M.
that filthy cult, I'm telling you.
Fuck
Bunch of-
Texas A&M. I hate those
Listen,
motherfuckers.
Them and their
okay,
fake
but,
army.
Okay, but since we're gonna talk Texas A&M for a second, Missouri State almost gave us.
Yeah.
They gave us hell.
Yeah.
that
they
was
did.
crazy.
What's gonna happen with Texas A&M this year?
Well, oh man,
Hey,
okay.
dude, it's fresh. So like, how
It's
many?
Bobby
How many
fucking
years
Petrino.
did Bobby have that team
It's
at
true.
Missouri State
That's-
versus 1 year at Texas A&M? They're
That's
still
true.
learning this shit.
And
Yeah,
the
but,
other,
the talent pool.
Yeah.
Like, it's one thing to take.
Oh, it's almost like I
one
talked to
thing
you about
take a
Brian
bunch
Kelly
of-
the other day.
And he's like, let me answer, guys.
Sorry.
No.
Sorry.
But it's one thing to take a bunch of guys who didn't get scholarships to D1 schools. I'm not saying they're not good. They're better than me.
Yeah.
But they weren't D1 athletes. And then you have a guy who's got D1 athletes now. It's just a different
It's
breed.
fucking scary, bro.
It's a different breed. And Texas A&M athletes, they're not the bottom of the barrel D1 athletes to begin with. So you hand them to Bobby Petrino in 1 year. What can he do with them?
So Bob Holt, I don't know, you guys know who Bob Holt is.
yeah.
A lot of people can't stand him. I love Bob.
I like Bob.
Bob does a good job, and when he's asking questions, he's trying to write a story, and sometimes his questions come off as like, why did he ask that? But Bob asked him at SEC Media Days, Jimbo Fisher, about the Bobby Petrino and his relationship. Well, Jimbo's a quarterback guy. He's an offensive coordinator. I mean, that's what that's his bread and butter. And so the question was more or less asked, like, how is that dynamic going to work? Jimbo didn't have an answer. And so that's the at least unless that video that I saw was cut up. I don't think it was. Maybe it was edited.
I hope Jimbo keeps the reins. And
I do too. If Petrino has full reins,
Oh, we're fucked.
I have a really hard time. I don't know. I mean,
Hey,
with that
listen.
talent,
If Petrino gets the full reins, we're sending him hookers.
I'm buying him a fucking motorcycle.
Get him a blonde.
I'm
We're
buying him a
sending him tennis
motorcycle.
coaches and swim coaches.
right.
And
Oh,
whatever.
cheerleaders
That's
and
what we're
shit.
doing, bro.
Did you hear the real story about that? About old
I've
Bobby
heard
P?
everything.
There was no motorcycle accident.
Yeah,
Her boyfriend beat the fucking shit out of us.
That's been my theory on my show for like 2 years.
Yeah.
I've said for the last couple of years, the more I hear about this, the more I think he just got his ass whooped.
Look
by
at
them.
his injuries.
They're not
This
consistent with a
motherfucker,
motorcycle
this
injury.
motherfucker got whooped so bad he wore a neck brace.
And like, I don't think any of his clothes were tore up. Like
No.
when you flip
His
a bike,
face was fucked up.
he looked like he took a beating in the face. It made no sense.
Dude, so I took my mom to the Missouri State game.
No.
First Razorback game she ever been to. And I was
Yeah.
like, she's like, damn, Missouri State's pretty good. I was like, they're okay.
Yeah.
And I told her, but like beforehand, I was like, we're gonna kick their fucking ass, so I want to take you to this game.
Yeah.
And then they start fucking us up. She's like, they're not bad. I was like, well, they're pretty highly ranked in their division. Like,
Well, they
just
were,
getting
and then
fucked up by these motherfuckers.
I mean,
dude,
here's
it was
the
a
deal.
thrilling game though. The ending was nuts.
Shouldn't
Here's
have
the
been
deal.
that.
Holy shit.
Sometimes coaches make a difference, and sometimes players make a difference.
It
And
made a whack-ass game fun, though.
But Bobby Petrino to me is one of the coaches that makes a difference.
Yeah.
Like,
I loved how fiery Bobby was when he getting a ref's ass. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Like when a ref would make a bad call, I'm like, oh, Pacino finna fuck him up.
He's got that underbite, you know. You get that underbite where he's like, "Arr, arr,"
He literally would look like he was just growling. Arr!
Yeah, he looked like he was
Fucking Bobby
all-
P, man. Still love that guy.
I've heard his ass chewings are pretty epic.
Yeah, I heard there's a lot of screaming at people.
Yeah.
He's going to get another bottle. You
I don't
that, right?
know. I don't. Did we? Oh my God, we finished that. Did we finish it off?
Tis empty, sir.
Oh my God.
That's why we brought backups.
Dude. I don't know I don't know if you're gonna upload a 3-hour long pod or if you're gonna cut
Hey,
it
man,
out.
we're only 2 hours and 6 minutes in.
Oh, 2:06.
I
okay.
probably got.
Dang, you got more.
So here's a question, Ty, from someone who is credentialed, who's
Okay.
gone through that process
Well,
multiple times.
Yeah.
You've gone through it multiple times, right?
It's a long story. I reached out to the Razorback Football SID when I passed 250,000 total views. I'm gonna start
what it
slurring.
takes?
My speech is gonna be slurred.
Is that what it takes?
No, I got denied at 250,000 views.
Ty's got like, don't you have 1 million hours?
I don't know about hours.
Or 1 million overall views?
I've got over 1 million views.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, and it took a lot of work. And I'm not gonna lie, like I got distracted a couple times. I helped boot up a podcast. I helped build the Hogville YouTube.
You don't need that.
I'm not drinking that, bro.
Look,
I'm not
it's
drinking
empty.
that.
It's empty. Yours is empty. You don't
done.
get any more shots.
Ty's drinking water.
I'll tell you, it's like it's. I'm trying to think how to put this without like. It's not easy getting credentialed. It's not.
So here's the question. Like former Razorback.
I don't know.
If I called any of the people I still know over there, because
Yeah.
I still know some people over there, and I was like, look,
we'll talk. We'll talk off air.
I really need credentials.
I really don't know.
Is it by sport?
Yeah. So you've got a Razorback SID. Hell, the women's has their own.
I know
SID.
they have their own SID, but is
Yeah.
it by sport? Are you sending that?
Sorry,
to me
Ty.
from
I drink a
Olympics?
lot. We're good.
Yeah,
yeah.
same. Like I used to bounce at a club here in Bentley.
This
or
motherfucker, how
here
many-
in Bentonville called
Hold on.
Bentley's.
Bro, how many Jaeger shots did y'all take that one time? You told me the story a few times.
Like 12 in one
Oh
night.
my God. I would fucking die, dude.
Yeah, that's a lot.
So-
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't want to speak on behalf of the USA.
obviously you can't. I'm just wondering.
Yeah.
Like being,
It's
being
like-
part of that for 3 years and then coming back and going, hey, I really want this. Do you think there's a shot?
Your best bet. Listen,
Ty's going to drink one of these in a minute.
Ty's gonna drink a shot of Malort before the day's out.
I don't know about all that. Hey, listen, you guys.
You wouldn't even taste it at this point.
You guys wanted me to. You want me to go to this thing later? If I drink, I might. If I drink that Malort, I might implode. You're gonna have bits of. Fat
You might
coming out.
just puke it all up and be sober again.
Dude, you watched our first episode.
I watched the first episode. You know what I did though, right? I told Travis this. I was playing Diablo 4. All my friends got offline, and so we got out of voice chat on Diablo 4. And I was like, well, I need to listen to something while I'm playing. If I'm not going to listen to political YouTube, which is what I do, I listen to a lot of politics. I'm going to listen to Travis's thing because Travis, I think, has a knack for this. I think he's got a good voice.
He's really good.
He is, man. He's got both of y'all have a really good voice for it.
Thank you.
So I listened to it while playing Diablo 4. So I did listen to it, and I listened to your second one too.
Nice, thank you.
Yeah, I enjoyed it thoroughly. I don't know, thoroughly. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it thoroughly.
Thank you.
But
I thoroughly enjoyed that thing.
getting credentialed is weird. It is.
I feel like it's such a bitch.
It's like. I don't know, man. I
know
might
we're
not
gonna-
even be. I might show up Friday morning, and they might be like, "Hey, what's up, man?"
Is this the first one you've been to since?
Since spring camp? Yeah.
Well, wait,
You know
got
we're
some
gonna
good
hit you
videos
for a
of-
master class on that.
So wait,
What's that now?
I said you know we're gonna hit you for a master class on that.
Master class on what?
Getting credentialed.
I don't think there is such a thing. I really don't. Like, I think maybe.
You know where they're gonna send us? They're gonna send us to the track team.
No, they're gonna send us to gymnastics, which by the way, I'll cover women's gymnastics. Our gymnastics squad, first of all, led by Olympians.
Okay.
Fucking amazing. If you like, you cover football. You cover football. Do you cover basketball too?
Well, yeah, I do. I do a post game. I have not applied. I've not applied.
I say that to say, so we have cheer daughters. We're cheer dads.
Yeah.
I have a daughter who loves the Arkansas gymnastics team.
Where did?
Oh
this,
my gosh!
Hold on. I'm sorry to interrupt. Where did this water come from?
My fridge.
Did you just put this down?
No,
I
it's been
gave
there the
you one.
entire episode.
No, I already drank that other one.
Oh,
I
he gave you another
I
one.
threw your other one away and I got you a new one.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
He's trying to help you, bro.
Okay, all right.
But
I'm trying to sober you up, Doc.
But being cheer dads, our daughters are into that stuff.
Yeah.
I went and watched for the
Did
first
you go
time.
to Florida? Did you go to Florida with him?
Yeah.
No, I did not.
No, yeah, I forgot. I
I
went to
didn't,
Florida.
but I will be in Anaheim this year.
He fucking ditched me. He left me in that estrogen ocean by myself. He's
But
like, enjoy, asshole. It looked like the WrestleMania of cheer events. It was
But-
fucking crazy.
But we
I've
are
heard-
going to Anaheim this year.
Okay.
Fuck me.
I mean, that's going to happen.
Yeah.
So all that to say, I had to learn about gymnastics because my daughter was like, oh, my God. I got her season tickets for Christmas. We went and watched the meets, and I'm like, oh, my God, these guys are awesome.
Yeah.
Guys, I mean girls. These girls are awesome. And then I started looking into it, like our whole coaching staff, they're all Olympians. Like,
Oh, wow.
gold medalists, like Olympians, like fucking awesome. I'm like, dang. I mean, if that's all they want to credential me for, I'll talk about our gymnastics team. They're amazing.
They will, I think getting, and I don't mean this to like throw shade at the women's sports, but I don't think it takes much to get like a women's basketball
Perfect.
as ID. I really don't.
Perfect.
Like the men's sports, yeah, that's a
Sure.
bitch.
Really?
That's
weird.
Dude,
No,
basketball? Oh man.
But listen, we'll cover the shit out of the women's sports till
I
they're
will.
like, till they're like, we should have these guys cover the men's sports because
Right,
they're
yeah.
fucking awesome.
Hey,
Listen,
Because I have a tie to the women's sports,
Yeah.
and I love them.
I don't. Oh, I do too. I think women's softball and
I love women.
Women's
Travis, what-
basketball. Mad respect for those ladies too. I mean, they're incredible athletes. But yeah, I think it's a little bit easier to get credentialed. And listen, I have been credentialed for women's sports. It's been a long time, but I have been. Nobody shows up for those. For the
I will
women's.
say this.
So they're
journal-
probably like, sure.
No,
well, like
look,
they're
look,
begging for attention.
I will
fair,
say this:
yeah.
I had no concept. No, when I went to play for the
yeah,
practice
yeah.
team, I had no concept. They're like, check your ego at the door, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, so what's gonna happen is 5 guys are gonna go out there and dominate the fuck out of them. And
We
listen,
finna whoop y'all's asses.
no, listen, we won our fair share for 5 guys who played high school basketball and never played a minute of college basketball. God, my S's are slurring a little bit with this.
Turns out a bottle of whiskey will do that to you.
It'll do that to you. But for 5 guys who played college or for high school who never played college and went out and played against the women, we won our fair share. But I don't think that going into that, when they said check your ego at the door, I don't think I gave them the credit that they deserved.
Yeah.
So at one point, like I don't remember which girl, and even if I did, I wouldn't say her name. But one of them started talking trash the first year. And it was the next year they went to the Final Four, not the first year. The second year they went to the Final Four. That first year they started talking trash. And I was like, here's the deal. You're on scholarship. You get all your shit bought for you. Your shoes, your shorts, your jerseys, all that shit's bought for you. I'm just out here because I'm good at basketball.
Tim's like, I'm 30.
No.
I'm gonna fuck you up.
No, dude. At the time, I was 19.
Oh, really?
I was like,
Oh,
here's the deal. I'm just out here because I love basketball and I want to play on Bud Walton floor.
Right.
And
Yeah, that would be.
no, they took offense to that. Like she talked trash and that was okay.
Yeah.
But for me to talk back and be like, you're on scholarship. Next thing I knew, I had 2 girls put me on the floor. Now one of them, for years after that, was one of my best friends. It was Treva Christensen.
So you had a 3-way.
Like she put me on the floor.
Yeah.
She put me on. She didn't hesitate. She was like, "All right, motherfucker, I'll put you on the floor for talking trash back to us." And it was her and Shaka Massey. They put me on the floor, and I didn't respect the fact that these are for women elite athletes for women. And so to look back at that today at 45 years old and go, man, I have the experience of playing with some elite women's sports.
Yeah.
I'll go in and talk about women's sports all day long. And I'll promote my daughter going and doing cheer and whatever the fuck else she wants to do.
Tim's like, I got
they
laid on the
need-
floor.
I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah,
it was for real.
I have had people ask me why I don't cover like women's basketball, and I'm like, well, first and
When
foremost,
they hit a national championship, you will.
yeah, I mean,
Hey, they got pretty
I hate-
close not too long ago.
I hate
Hey,
to-
they're not bad.
Well, yeah.
Was it? No, I'm tripping.
It's been a while. Mike Neighbors is catching some heat, man. I'm going to be real with you. If he doesn't get them beyond the second round this year, I think he needs to go. I'm going to be real honest.
Oh,
Like,
they're gonna Mike Anderson him.
Yeah, well, he's been here. What year would this be for him? Like,
So what has he actually done? I know he's like legendary. Is he legendary like in the
which one?
Well,
Mike Neighbors because he's been here so long?
Well,
he
people-
came from Washington, and he
did.
actually had a great team in Washington.
and I'm super drunk now.
I'm trying to sober up. I'm trying to sober up. I'm trying to do this the best I
We
can.
got Ty drunk.
We got me drunk, motherfucker.
But yeah, I don't know how long he's been here. It feels like 7 or 8 years. But
Yeah.
he's not. I don't think he's even taken them.
But
past
he's
the
getting
second
like
round.
like crazy recruiting classes
good.
and shit.
He's
man.
doing
Is
good.
that right?
Yeah, he's getting really good recruits.
Listen, I'm going to say one thing. I'm from the Gary Blair era.
Oh yeah, Gary Blair.
And
yeah.
Gary Blair left
Legend.
left the U of A, went to Texas A&M,
A&M. Yep.
won the championship.
Yep.
And no, here's the deal.
Pretty quick too, right? Like
Real quick afterwards.
Yeah.
Here's the deal to me. You never let a coach who consistently puts you in the tournament go.
Dave
If
Van
you-
Horn.
If you yes, no, that's
Van
exactly.
Horn.
People are like, oh, Dave Van Horn can't win the big game.
It was so
Look, dude,
insane.
people calling for Dave Van Horn to go because we haven't won the World Series. That's
fucking nuts.
insane.
y'all are about to get me going here.
We're a fucking mainstay.
trying to.
I like-
We're a fucking
But that's
mainstay
what-
in
but-
Omaha.
But back up for 1 second before we talk about baseball. Gary Blair had us in the tournament every year.
Yeah. Well,
He took
you know
us-
more about that than I
No,
do.
I'm just
I'll be
saying.
real, I
He
don't
took us
know.
to the Final Four, and then we don't renew his contract. We don't fire him. We just don't renew his
I don't even know where
contract.
that is.
And he goes, and he goes to Texas A&M, and he wins the national championship. And my thought was, being a former working under Gary Blair as a practice player, like,
Yeah.
what are you thinking? This is not the guy who missed the tournament 2 or 3 years in a row.
Right.
This is the guy who got you there over and over again. And all that had to happen was him going to Texas A&M, and he won the national championship. And it's been a struggle for Ladyback basketball since. I don't think you do that. And Dave Van Horn on the same side, I've seen some people calling for like Dave Van Horn just can't get it done in the final game. And I'm like, you're in the conversation. You're in the top 5 or top 10 every year. Stop calling for his head. Have you lost your mind? One team gets to do that. One team gets to do that.
I think fans do that because maybe they look at the situation with Mike Anderson going to Eric Musselman. What?
I'm drunk as fuck. I'm sorry.
Dude, I told you.
It like hit me so hard. I was like, oh shit.
I thought maybe I had like a booger hanging out of me. I stumbled to the bathroom earlier. I was like, oh, shit.
Dude, I went inside a minute ago and I was fucking fine. And I came out and I took like 3 more shots. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Are you gonna be able to make this thing?
No, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah.
We're actually texting back and forth going, how fucked up can we get Ty right now?
Yeah, if you get me too drunk,
I
I
just
won't.
need 20 minutes and a nap. It's no problem.
I'm telling you. Hey, listen, this is a first. I used to do taste
shit.
tests on my shows with
Yeah.
alcohol. I've never gotten this like.
We
whoa.
taste tested the shit out of that.
Yeah, we took that to
Ladies and gentlemen,
town. Yeah.
one bottle gone.
Motherfuck.
Along with the rum chata.
Hey, last time I seen a bottle of that empty, my wife was throwing up on our friend's bedroom floor. I swear to God.
It's easy to do because
It's so good.
once it hits the lips.
Hey, I just real quick before
Yeah.
you do that.
Yeah.
Dough ball.
Sorry.
Just real quick because I sell dough ball.
8 out of
It'd be
10.
great to have you say, how did you really feel about that?
All right.
Like how I really like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, was it good or was it not good?
Let me see it.
Yeah, take it.
Let me see it.
Look, by the way, if you like dogs, look in the back label.
Oh, cool. They do the same thing that Sailor Jerry does.
No,
On the back of their lip.
we're way better than Sailor Jerry, motherfucker.
Hey,
Motherfucker!
I literally
sorry.
didn't know
No,
Sailor
sorry.
Jerry
Is
did
that-
that.
Seriously.
Okay, is that like a competitor?
Sailor
I
Jerry,
know. No,
Sailor
no.
Jerry and Pepsi is life.
Dude,
You
Sailor
ever had
Jerry.
it?
I love Sailor Jerry. Okay.
so good.
That
good.
Dough ball cookie to whiskey.
Yep.
I'd have to say that's a solid like 8 out of 10.
Fair.
8 out of 10, I'll take it.
8 out of 10. That's
like
really
that.
good. Because, like I said, you taste the cookie, whatever, and then the alcohol kind of follows. I think it's great.
This is the first podcast where I really got fucked up.
Bro, this is the first podcast of all the podcasts I've ever done. And I have done so many, whether I was an interviewer or an interviewee. I've done so many. This is the first time I've ever been this messed up.
So here's the deal.
really good.
Here's the deal before we go much further.
Okay.
The rest of this bottle that's left is yours to take home.
Oh, are you
Yes,
serious?
sir. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Oh,
I bought
bro.
2 for that reason.
Take it to the crib.
We weren't actually supposed to take it home.
Thank
I mean,
you.
wait, back up. We weren't actually supposed to crack it. You were supposed to take a full bottle home, but we cracked it.
Shit got real.
Hey, that's all good, bro.
I'll be honest, we didn't really expect to get through a whole bottle.
My neighbor and I, Alex,
Alex is gonna be like,
we're gonna be tore
I
up
feel
on
way
Saturday.
better about my garage door purchase now.
Oh, you know how much I bragged on that on the show? I feel like people know, like they're like, God dang, dude, we're tired of hearing about Alex.
Shut
like,
the fuck up.
Everybody who comes on this show will get a bottle of dough ball.
That's good.
Yeah,
stuff,
dough
dude.
ball's awesome.
That is really good. I'm surprised at how good it was because. I mean, I do like whiskey. I like Bird Dog. I do.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think-
and then sometimes people like tell you like, "Oh, this is really good," and then you're like, oh, "It's not that
yeah.
good."
Praline. I like the Praline whiskey. It's really good. But this is
Yeah, he got me on the dough ball train early. I was
This
like,
is
"Holy
very
fuck, what
good.
is this shit?"
I would, as someone who drinks quite a bit of whiskey, I would say this is at the top of the flavored. I really would.
Thank you.
So
Thank
thank
you
you for
very
that, man. I
Yeah,
appreciate
man. That's yours.
that. What the hell were we talking about?
I have no idea. I was just
we went from women's
realizing how
sports
drunk I was.
to baseball to...
This
that
is
where we
what
were going? Was
happened.
Dave Van
Oh,
Horn?
we were
Dave
going.
Van
We were
Horn.
going Dave
Dave
Van
Van
Horn
Horn.
about people fucking throwing him under the bus on primarily on Twitter. I guess that I saw.
I get the frustration of not being able to win the big game in the postseason. I get that, but like the grass is not always greener on the other side of the hill.
Let's be fair.
The devil you know
No,
is better than the devil you
let's
don't.
be fair, though. Let's be fair. We should have won. And Dave Van
What,
Horn
last-
could not control...
Last year?
No. Dave Van Horn could not control a second baseman running over to the right foul line.
I don't want to talk about this, Tim. I don't want to talk about it.
I'm
It
just
hurts my
saying.
feelings.
Like, he won the big game. Dave Van Horn did literally everything. It took one guy
He
not...
put too many players in the right position to win.
He won the big game minus one guy not trying to be the Sports Center hero. If he doesn't do that, we win.
Dude, I was day drinking
was
at a
his
place
name?
called
Remind me
Bears
what his
Den
name
in
was.
Conway. I don't know his name. I was day drinking at a place called Bears Den in Conway. That's where most people, they go to UCA, like party at.
Yeah.
And we were watching this shit, and I was just like, we're all like, no! And like, we knew the game was lost.
I was at Baum Stadium. They were
no.
they were doing this like
Live
Was
cast.
that at Baum? Oh, it was
No, they were
live
doing the
cast.
live
Okay.
cast.
Yeah, I was there. I was there. I was gonna film like everybody's response, everybody's reaction. It was gonna be this glorious moment, and then we saw that
And
foul ball.
Ty
drop.
got a whole bunch of.
But that was not Dave Van Horn's fault.
No, someone should have waved that off. Somebody should have called.
Somebody
it.
should have kicked him in the nuts. Like, dude, don't run over there.
But I have never heard. I don't know how many people were there, but I've never heard everyone like, "Oh yeah, yeah." That's it, bro. That is it. That's what happened. I mean, it was.
It was so fucking bad. I was so fucking pissed.
I can't compare that to anything.
I don't
really
even watch
can't.
baseball like that. But like I've started recently, the last probably 3 years.
Thanks to Dave Van Horn.
Fair.
Let's be real.
I've started watching baseball like fucking baseball season starts. And I'm like, oh, let's go.
Yeah.
Like same with basketball. When Musk became our coach, I'm sorry.
No,
I didn't watch it when Mike Anderson was our coach. I just didn't because we suck kind of.
Travis and I talked about that at one point. And
Yeah.
here's the deal. Like, we have a AAA. Maybe there's AA. Maybe there's single A. We have the Naturals.
Naturals. Yeah.
Never been to a Naturals game.
Could give a fuck about the Naturals at all. Thank you for that.
Finding my buttons.
Weird button there.
That's a great button.
Could care less about the Naturals, but I'll go watch the Razorbacks
Yeah.
all day long for baseball.
Yeah.
I will. And that's all Dave Van Horn. Like, I wouldn't have done that before Dave Van Horn. I would have rather gone to a Naturals game, honestly. Now that's totally flip-flop for me.
Yeah.
If the Naturals left Springdale right now, I don't know that I would even know,
Yeah.
much less care.
The
You go
Naturals?
for the
Yeah.
environment. You go.
Yeah, Travis, the farm league team is called the Naturals.
Okay, yeah.
Travis,
I
just
learned
so
what
you know.
Farm League was last week.
Yeah, I told
Oh,
him.
really?
Last,
I had
I
no
told him
idea.
last week
He's
what it
like-
was. He's like talking about, oh, this guy's getting drafted. That's why he's not coming to Arkansas. And I'm like, the reason guys don't go in the draft when they get drafted is because they're like, oh, I could go play farm league for.
So they
For
literally go to
$15,000
like,
a
the fucking
year.
Travelers, right? In Little Rock, it was the Travelers.
Yeah,
And
it's
they-
Travelers versus the Naturals.
They had great hats. It was like an L and
Well,
R, and
you
we
get-
were like, every rapper in Little Rock had one of those fucking hats.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's a cool.
Well, they used to be the Cardinal Farm League. And
Oh, really?
yeah,
No,
it was a Southwest Missouri. Springfield Cardinals.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can go
okay.
watch the Springfield Cardinals now. They
Yeah.
still have.
Oh
them.
yeah. Springfield.
But,
yeah.
but Kansas City uses the Naturals for.
Yeah. For the Naturals are the Kansas City Farm League, but the Travelers used to be the Cardinal Farm League.
They may still be.
Maybe they are.
Like
I know
there's those levels. There's like 1A, 2A, 3A.
Yeah.
And that's what I was telling Travis last week. Like a 1A baseball player is not making millions. They don't sign those $1 million contracts you hear about in the MLB.
Yeah.
They're
Whereas I thought I
tens
was
of
like,
thousands.
they're getting fucking, tens of millions of dollars.
I don't understand the contract structure of like minor league baseball, but like obviously like AAA is like you're about to get called up to the big leagues if you shine.
So it's like the G League of.
It is the G League.
Yeah,
Which
it's
is
like
where you're gonna find like Nick Smith Jr. next year.
Oh, you a hater?
I said it.
Wow.
No.
You think he's overrated?
No, here's the problem with Nick Smith Jr. I'm just gonna say it. If you look at the shots he took for Charlotte,
Okay.
he took 34 shots a game.
How many points did he get?
He wasn't even their first pick.
Yeah.
Brandon Miller was their first pick.
Fuck Brandon Miller.
Fuck
Jesus
Brandon Miller.
Christ.
Hey, listen, fuck Brandon Miller. But here's the deal: you can't be selfish in this league. Not when you're a rookie.
So I didn't.
You can't be the guy. You can't be the guy who kept their first round, first pick from shining in the summer league. You can't be that guy
You're gonna drop him to the G League?
think,
Yeah.
Well, it happened to the kid from Bentonville. What was our star wide receiver a few years ago? His brother.
Bentonville?
Yeah, no, kid from Bentonville. His brother was a star wide receiver for the Razorbacks.
Monk? Was it Monk?
Oh,
So Mark,
Ah,
so
fuck
Mark-
that traitor. I ain't talking about him.
Listen.
Okay.
So Marcus Monk,
I'm glad.
right? But Malik went to the Hornets. And
Yeah.
went to the G League.
Yeah, he's G League.
Is he still G League?
I think he is.
He got called up.
You know, it's like-
he
Oh,
got
did he?
called up at one point.
Shouldn't have went to Kentucky, asshole.
Well, he got called up at one point, but the point was you can go, but if you're not a team player, you're going to end up in the G League.
That's
what I
reasonable.
think is going to happen to Nick Smith. I'm not saying he'll never be in the bigs, but it wouldn't surprise me if Nick Smith ends up in the G League because he was taking 30-something shots a game.
I didn't know it was that high.
I didn't either.
And I listen, I praised him on a past podcast. Like, he looked like Allen Iverson on the court. Okay. He did. No, he
Was that
was good.
Mr. Mackey?
Yes.
Okay, but he looked like
I was not expecting that.
oh my god. You and your
Broken
sound.
bone.
I need one of those over
All of
here
a sudden,
so
I
can do
found
that
these
to shit.
buttons, and I'm like, no.
Oh God! If both of y'all had that.
he had-
So bad.
He had Iverson moments,
Yeah.
but the problem was he had Iverson moments.
Oh yeah.
Like
See,
good and bad, he had
to
Iverson
me,
moments.
like I loved watching AI play, man. Like
Loved it.
Allen Iverson. Was,
I had his shoes. I never watched him play.
Yeah.
The only thing you need to watch from Iverson, Travis,
Just watch his
is
highlights.
the
Just highlights. Thank
it's
you.
the
Just
interview.
watch
Thank
it.
you for
it's the
saving me
interview-
4 hours.
Well, I know people that. Oh,
It's the
yeah.
interview where he talks about practice.
Oh,
yeah, I've seen the interview.
That's it.
That's almost like a
He's-
meme interview at this point.
He's like practice.
we talking about practice?
We talking about
Talking about practice?
the game. I'm talking about the game I gave my life for.
Well, he took a lot of shit because he was.
He was a horrible practice.
Yeah, he was, and he was late, I guess, and he had kind of an attitude.
He could give a damn about practice.
Did
Think
he
about
hit
how
a
you would be-
coach one year? Didn't he hit a coach or something?
Think about how you would
If
be
he
if you had
hit
that
Larry
much money.
Brown, Larry Brown would have probably died. So I
Yeah.
doubt it.
I thought, well, maybe like an assistant. I could have sworn he had like a back and forth with an assistant. Maybe I'm
The
thinking
only
of it.
person I know
Maybe
hitting
I'm
in
still
the NBA.
drunk. I don't know.
No,
I might still be
the only guy I know with hitting
Ain't no
stories
mic to
in the
me.
NBA
I'm
is
here.
Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan punched Luke Longley in the face, and I think he punched Steve Kerr in the face.
Why are you that angry to punch?
No, he's
someone?
like, dudes, you're going to come into practice and you're actually going to play like it's a real
Wait,
game
wait.
or get the
Steve
fuck out.
Kerr was on the same team as Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of Steve Nash. I'm tripping.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
No,
Yeah, Steve Kerr, yeah.
Steve Kerr, if you combine his coaching championships and his player championships, he's got like more championships than most.
Damn.
I think Bill Russell's the only one with more championships.
I
than Steve
hate
Kerr.
Golden State so much. I hate them.
Dude,
Really?
even with
Really?
even with Moody on it, is Moody still on the team or did they bump him? To
No,
you?
he's still on the team. He almost got traded, but he's still on the team.
Oh, did he not get traded? I thought he
I have no
I
idea.
knew he was.
He
on,
just
like-
came back with Klay Thompson to Little Rock
Okay.
2
He
weeks
did.
ago to do a
Yeah.
thing.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I
saw
saw
that.
someone posted a picture of him.
Yeah.
Oh, Evan, so and so who runs. He's a good dude. Best of Arkansas Sports. Are you familiar with BOAS?
No, I've never heard of that.
They have Andrew Hutchinson writing for him.
Oh, Hutch.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
No, I
yeah,
didn't know
yeah.
that.
Evan's a good dude, but I think he.
Wait,
he
where was Hutch at before? He was at
Rivals. He was at Rivals.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Hutch was at Rivals. But yeah, Evan runs, or at least he used to. He used to run BOAS. It's like his company.
Okay.
Talked to him on the phone multiple times. He's a good guy. But yeah, he posted a picture of him running into Moses Moody in Little Rock.
Uno más, por favor.
Oh my gosh.
Come on.
God, Travis.
It's wearing off. I need more.
Who is driving to Fayetteville?
Me.
Me.
I mean, I'm riding.
Holy shit.
I just wanted to empty the thing, Okay. No
I,
problem.
I
No
honestly,
problem.
I'm not going to take any more of Ty's dough ball.
There you go, brother.
That's
Oh,
right. Yeah, I don't want to take
That's
more.
yours, bro.
Well, I'll tell you,
Take
what's,
it home.
I'll
Take
tell
it
you
home.
what's going to happen with this Saturday night. Alex night. He's Alex is grilling or something. He's making something, and he was like, "Man, we need some booze." So
Fucking boom.
there we go.
That shit
Go
is
ahead and
amazing, man.
Feel free to mention it on your podcast.
I will do that. What, dough
Yeah.
ball specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
man.
will do it. I used to do those, and I really enjoyed doing them. I used to do samples on the show, and they always did really well. And what's funny is I had no idea my brother-in-law actually watched my shows, and he asked me one time. He was like, "Why don't you do those reviews anymore of alcohol?" I was like, "Bro, you watch my shows? Thank you, man."
For reference, you can find that in any liquor store in Northwest Arkansas.
Well, this is and this is like a big brand, right?
Now.
Now
It's
it is,
it is
yeah.
the 12th. I know this is going to sound like, oh my God.
I like to think I'm
Here's the
responsible
deal.
for that.
It's been out for for 1 year as of August. It'll have been out 1 year. It's the 12th biggest flavored whiskey brand in the country.
Wow,
It is the
okay.
#1 fastest growing from dollars and from percentage versus prior year.
Yeah.
It's the #1 fastest growing flavored whiskey in the country right now.
I feel like I've seen it in liquor
Number
stores
one-
forever.
Number one best tasting though.
It's good.
That shit is so
And
good.
I cannot wait to be telling you guys.
I ain't
hey,
even
go
getting
out-
paid
Go
by
out
now.
and buy the birthday cake version because
Oh,
it's
yeah.
coming in December. I'm going to be telling you, and I'll give you a bottle as soon as the birthday cake comes
Hey,
out.
let's go.
I'll make it happen, bro.
I've got my alcohol hookup now, bro. Let's
Hell
go.
yeah, hell
Oh, so it is, but it is 70 proof. Yeah.
It is,
okay.
yeah. I mean, it's legit
it's
whiskey.
strong.
It's not.
It's Bo Limmer strong.
I will say the funniest whiskey story though that I ever have. I went to a cheer competition. Where were we? Nashville. We were in Nashville for cheer, and I'm in this hotel with all these other parents. Like I don't stay where our cheer team stays.
Yeah.
My daughter stays with her mom,
Yeah.
and they stay
Because
where
that
the
shit's
cheer team
expensive.
stays.
They
Well,
always
no,
stay in
so-
the richest hotels. It's crazy. We stayed in
I-
the Omni in Dallas.
Yeah.
So I stay in a regular Marriott. I'm a Marriott point guy.
Smart man.
And,
I get
and so,
those points, brother.
so I'm sitting there, and this guy is talking to all his buddies, and he's got this bottle of whiskey out, and he's like, "Oh, do you want to try it?" And I was like, "I tell you what, bro, I'll try your whiskey if you try mine,
Fair enough.
because I've got a bottle in my room." So I go and get the dough ball, and I pour it, and he pours this, and I don't even remember the name of it now, but it was 120 proof.
Ugh.
Wow.
Yeah. And he poured it, and I was like, okay, and I drink it, and it burned. It burned in my mouth. It burned my tongue. It burned down my
It was
throat.
fucking bourbon.
That's when you know it's good.
burning in my stomach, and I was like, oh my God. But all right, here you go.
Yeah.
And I handed it to him, and he tasted it, and he's like, you know what? I have over 50 bottles of different whiskey in my cellar. He has like a cellar in his house.
Yeah. It's
Obviously,
It's like the
rich guy.
Mariah Carey of whiskey.
Obviously, he goes, I have over 50 bottles of whiskey in my cellar, but I could put this in there for all the people who don't really like whiskey. And I was like, I don't know if that's a backhanded
I was gonna
compliment.
say,
like,
What was that?
Thanks
what-
for that
what the
backhanded
hell, bro?
compliment, dog.
backhand, like, thanks,
Yeah.
I think. But it tastes good. And that's the point. Like, our company, so we make Rancho La Gloria margaritas.
Okay.
We make...
You make that shit up there. The second bottle on the.
We make,
Oh, I see it, the
we
black
make the,
bottle.
Well,
Yeah.
we make the Uno Mas tequila.
Oh yeah.
The
Uno
Rancho-
Mas is super good if you like
I've had
Rancho
tequila.
La Gloria tequilas.
I've had it in a month.
Have
we
you
make-
really? Yeah, I love Uno Mas.
We
Yeah.
make several different several different things like that, and I'm like, here's the deal.
Oh, bro.
We make it for taste.
Did you see our hogs?
I did.
I broke his last week. He's got another one en route.
Suck.
Whiskey is great.
You would have loved this room last week when my shelf broke.
Dude, I should have brought
This place smelled like this place smelled like Whistle Pig 12 year.
No, we could have. Yeah, you got cigars.
I should have brought my cigars,
I would have smoked them with you, man.
No, this place smelled exactly like Whistle Pig 12 year because we had a 12-year bottle break on the table.
Oh, wow.
Bro, hey.
So here's the deal for Razorback football start of the season. We're gonna fill those decanters. I have another one coming to replace mine.
With Whistle Pig.
With
We're
Whistle
gonna be
Pig.
some dead-eyed hillbillies.
but we had a 12-year.
Who said that? Where was
A
that?
comedian said that. It's about Razorback fans.
Did you send me that? Was that you?
Yeah, I think
that
so.
sent me
Maybe I
that?
tagged you on Facebook or Twitter.
Yeah.
Dude, he's like fucking 60,000 dead-eyed hillbillies
I
going.
Yeah.
So
Growing up, I thought that was normal. And then
Me too.
we're gonna shoot before every Razorback game. We're gonna drink some Whistle Pig.
Ty,
Hell yeah.
I want to an away game, right?
Okay.
An away game, I want to do a watch along with a Razorback game.
Okay.
And you'll
And it'll be
here,
like
right?
a 3-4 hour. We need to bring you in.
Okay.
A 3 or 4 hour podcast, probably similar to this one.
Yeah.
You'll be drunk
And
when
we
you
just
leave.
watch the game and we drink the whole time.
Yeah.
I know the home games you got to be working.
Well, I got to be working for away games too.
Do you go there? Or you
Well, no,
just
but I
watch
do.
them?
I do all my post game content.
Is there-
like,
is
that's
there
where.
no-
But you could do your post game from here, right?
Oh, bro.
What if
drunk
you
as
had this?
I can't play your ad. I can't play DSL.
I don't care.
Ty, what if you had this set up
Uh-huh.
to do your post game?
It'd be pretty lit.
Shoot your post game in this.
We could literally
studio.
shoot
Okay,
here.
so I'm glad we actually segued into this because I'm trying to build that studio in my
I
yard.
remember you
yeah.
saying that in your podcast.
So I have to, like, Mike, I don't know that I could ever get anything close to this because this is great. But the goal is that I'm going to always want to be in that studio. But yeah, I would totally come in here and do one.
Dude,
Okay,
we can
let's
just do it with our
at least
cameras,
one
the
post
whole
camera.
shit.
here.
It'll be
We'll-
amazing.
We'll set you up. You show us live because we don't do anything live.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
ever.
show us live. We'll put you in the studio for
We'll
a
shoot the whole
post-game.
shit.
I'm
I
gonna
just think it
have
would be fun to watch the whole game and comment on it as it goes. You know the emotions. You're like, yeah. And you're like, oh shit, we're fucked. And you're like, oh, we won. Like,
But yeah, I would do it. I'm
We should
lining
totally do
up. I'm trying to line up sponsors, getting ready for the season. It just may be the two. It might be DSO and Odd Soul, which I'm perfectly fine with. But I'm hoping to add some more.
hell yeah.
Neil Street. But anyways, I'm just kidding.
Neil's Cafe, bring it, bitch.
So hit up Micah Neal for that because I don't have any say over that shit. But I'll give you his phone number.
I'm just kidding. But like I'm trying to straighten all that out and getting ready for the season. Yeah, like I'm trying to get that studio set up and bro, like your mini split here that you have set up, I've still got to get that installed.
Fuck, dude.
Your boy's coming over hopefully next week. And he's gonna help me get it set up. But
Well, he's a pro now. We did all the experimentation on
first?
ours.
Was that his first
This was
mini
his
split?
first one ever.
Well, I mean, he's done a good job.
It works fine.
It's nice and cool in here.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Actually, need to
And
turn
it
down.
wasn't before, believe me.
Oh, it was
bro.
hot as
Yeah,
fucking
pretty
hot,
hot.
dude.
I can
The
imagine.
first two podcasts was hot as balls in this motherfucker, dude.
I couldn't do them in my garage right now, bro. 'Cause
Imagine-
you saw that door.
It would be
that
so
garage
hot.
door is just
Hey,
like,
by the way,
So imagine
I'm
the
gonna talk to you off
lighting.
air.
okay.
Okay.
So imagine the lighting in this place alone, with no air conditioner in here.
Oh man.
That was the first two podcasts.
Yeah.
Like, fuck it. We had a fan blowing through a door, trying to blow cold air through a door.
Hey, man.
That's how we did it.
The struggle is real, brother.
It is, bro.
Hey.
And I've been telling people I'm gonna get that studio set up now for like months,
Dude,
man.
fortunately, I'm a very obsessive person.
I've loved it.
So, I'm gonna build a wall, and then I built the wall, and then I'm like, I'm gonna build a studio, and then I just built all this shit.
So
like,
I had it. So
my
I'm
bare
just gonna tell.
hands.
I'm just gonna tell him. I had a dream. I came to Travis. This podcast came because I came to Travis. This did not. I went to Travis and I was like, man.
It certainly wasn't my idea.
I was like, look, I want a podcast and this is what I want to do. And I had a dream. But the person who realized the dream is sitting over there.
Yeah.
No doubt. Like Travis was like, okay, but we're not gonna fucking do this like shit.
I don't
Like,
half-ass.
So I was watching a podcast from another guy. He's been doing it 6 years, and he's like, 6 years in, I am where I want to be. I've got this, this and this, but my first podcast was shot with my computer monitor as my lighting. That's all the lighting I had. And I've built it up over 6 years to what I have. I told Travis my dream. I was like, this is what I want to do. And Travis goes, I love it. Let's make it happen. And the next thing I know, we built this is our second studio.
Yeah.
We built the first studio.
Yeah, I know.
The
all
first
that.
one was nothing like this.
We built the first studio, and then Travis and I were both like, and Travis was like, dude, I have an idea.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take my garage and build a wall.
Yeah.
And we're gonna make a second studio. And I'm like, all in, like, how can I help? Boom.
Yeah.
But this dude right here made all of this shit happen.
I'm stubborn.
He made and he was like, listen, we're gonna do it. If we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it right.
Yeah.
And that's when you know, like, if you have some kind of dream, and you're like, this is what I need to do. I know what I want to do with my life.
Right.
This is what I want to do. And you have someone who buys in, and they're like, fuck yeah, but I'm not gonna let you do a crap job of it. We're gonna do it together, and we're gonna do it for real. That's when you know you found that right person. And that was Travis. He was like, we're going to do this, but we're going to do it right from the get-go. We're not going to fuck around and hopefully maybe build it up over 5 years. He said, we're going to do it right the first time, and we're going to build it as quick as we can.
I will say, like, you guys kind of did the opposite of what most people do. Is like a lot of people, like me, like I said, I filmed in my fucking living room. You know, and like I had 2 dinner tables put together with my keyboard and my little, I don't even know if I had a microphone. I had nothing to really say, and then I kind of found it over time. My show is still so far away from what I want it to be, but it's okay. I've grown an audience. I certainly have my own group of people that follow what I do. You guys have gone in like, you've got a hell of a head start. And I'm not saying that kissing any ass.
We went in balls out.
You did, and I'm a pretty honest guy. Like, if you've watched enough of my content, I'll just say
I've enjoyed the shit out of your content, by the way.
I appreciate
I didn't even know who you were 2 weeks ago. Travis was like, we're gonna have this guy Ty, and I'm like, who is Ty?
Yeah.
So he pointed me, and I'm
He
like,
didn't realize
okay.
how big the 3, 2, 1 in the trailer I did was.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
he goes-
every Tusk Talk with Ty fan is gonna go ape shit when they hear that.
Yeah, and they did. I had a few people that were like, "Holy shit, bro!" But no, you guys have gone in like the opposite way. Like, you've got something. It looks professional as hell in here. It looks like you. I mean, seeing everything that I've seen in here, it looks legit. The table is nice. This looks like something you would see on Rogan. And I'm not just saying that as a fan of Rogan or you guys, you know, obviously, Travis, I know you, you're a friend. I like you, Tim.
I appreciate you, man.
Just
I
met
like you
you
too.
I
don't
just
like
met
Tim
you
at all.
today. Not kissing ass here, but for real, like, you guys have gone, you've done it different. Like, not a lot of people walk in and like have all of this.
Right, yeah. I appreciate it, man. I
this is
appreciate
nice.
it.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Well, yeah, thank you for coming on, man. Seriously, I'm definitely glad you came on because you're our first ever guest, man.
Yeah, man.
So I'm pretty pumped about it.
That. Appreciate you guys having me on.
Yes, sir.
I had thought this would be mostly Razorback football, but
It's pretty much no Razorback.
this was the opposite, and I dug it, man. This was a lot of fun.
Hell
Cool.
yeah.
Well, we'd love to have you back sometime.
Yeah, man,
Hell yeah, bro.
absolutely.
We're gonna watch a football game soon.
Yeah.
So real quick, tell people where they can find you.
Yes.
Yeah, well, Tusk Talk with Ty on YouTube. I am gonna get. I've been trying to put a Facebook together. I need to talk to you about that off air.
I'll
by
hook
the
you
way.
up. Yeah.
But I'm gonna get a Facebook together so people can, familiarize themselves more with me because I'd like to pump content there. But I do post game shows, which is really where the show blew up. Was the post game content. And I do weekly shows. I'll get on a timed schedule the first week when Arkansas plays. Crap. Who do they play?
Western Carolina.
Yeah.
I was
That-
going Kent State. I ain't gonna lie. I thought it was
Kent State's week
It's,
2.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
them, and then it's Kent State, then it's
We got
then it's BYU.
Cupcake, then BYU.
You better start off 3-0, or you're going to be in some trouble.
Oh,
I'll just say
yeah.
that. But yeah, I'll do all the post game content and post game shows. I was between me and Trey Biddy. I was one of the first to do it on YouTube. Now everybody's got a channel and a pod. I'm still there kicking and making content.
With over a fucking million motherfucking views.
Yeah.
That's fire, dog.
Yeah, it took me
That's
long
awesome.
enough.
Yeah.
Took me long enough, but I got there and I was happy to do it. But I couldn't do it without sponsors. I mean, my God, direct service overhead, Patreon supporters, YouTube ad revenue is awfully nice. It used to be, anyways.
So you can find you on Patreon. That's one you didn't mention.
Yeah. Patreon /
Ooh.
Tyzilla83.
Oh, this guy with the Tyzilla.
Tyzilla.
Tyzilla at AOLnetscape.com.
I've had that email.
Don't forget
for
the
4
Odd
years.
Soul, man.
The Odd
The
Soul
best
Campfire.
pizza on the fucking planet.
Oh, man.
Oh my goodness.
You got one of their better pies too. You got the pepperoni. It's basic, but it's so good.
So good.
Yeah, I dig it.
I'm gonna go get drunk there very soon.
Yeah, well, let me know, bro.
Yeah, I'll
I'm
hit
right
you
down
up,
the
man.
road.
Right down the road.
I'm right down the road, man. You called me or you texted me. I was like, I'm there.
Yeah, fucking A.
I
Yeah.
was there in like 10 minutes.
I was like, Ty, what are you doing? I was so drunk.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah.
Hey
all
man,
you
what are
guys-
you doing?
All you guys were.
Let's hang out.
But also, thank you again for the dough ball, man. Of
course.
We're gonna chug this on Saturday. There
Crazy.
probably won't be anything.
You got to
left.
give the wife some of that shit, and she's gonna
Yeah.
be like, "This is so good."
She's not real big into whiskey.
Tell her it's
Maybe-
tequila.
Yeah. yeah.
Well, the funny thing is, even my fiance was like, I don't really drink whiskey.
But
And I'm
she
like,
drinks
just
that?
give it a shot.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, fine,
Yeah.
but give it a shot. And now she's like, we're going to have dough ball in the house? I'm like, yeah, we are.
That's the way you do it.
So,
Hell yeah, brother. Well, thank you for coming on, man. We're
Yes,
gonna
sir.
wrap this shit
Yes,
up because
sir.
we're fucking hammered.
Yeah.
Until next
right.
time, let's get it.
Okay, I'm rolling, I'm riding, rolling, I'm flexing while driving, rolling, ride. You know when I come through, rolling, there best be no problem, rolling, ride.